Hello, babes. Welcome back. It is Thursday. You know what we do on Thursdays? We unwind, wine, and we have some wine. But today is special because today is episode number 2 of the Queendom. So let's see who's in the Queendom today. We have Angel. Hey, Angel. Awesome to see you here. First one in the building. Thank you so much. And he's also a member of the God Squad. Love to have you. Jada. Hey, Jada. Fabulous mod and also a member of the Bella Brigade. Hey, hun. Thanks for coming. Who else? Yes, Jada. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way in. And I am here. She has arrived. She is I. Hey, West Haven, always and forever. Thank you so much for coming, sis. I appreciate you. Nicole. Hey, Nick. Hello, Nicole Thompson. Thank you so much for coming. Ashley Smith. Hell yeah, you made it. All right, girl. It's time. Yes, we're going to celebrate the queen. Love to be me. Hey, hey to you as well. Your picture looks fantastic, sis. You are doing the doggone thing. I love it. Que pasa, chica bella? All right, sir. Come on in here and talk that talk with me. Hola, ¿qué tal? You okay? Hopefully you're doing well. Hey, Auntie Lo is in the house. Hey, nice to see you here. Did I get everybody? Blanche Devereaux. Ooh. Thank you so much, sis, for coming over. I am loving this. Loving this. Thank you so much. Wait, I could be getting old, child. When did I become a mod? Child, the last 2 weeks were almost a blur when you're dealing with recovery. Sis, listen. Yes. First of all, yes, you are a mod. I think I modded you up about a week ago. I gave you your blue wrench about a week ago. But no pressure, sis. No pressure. Ashley Smith, hello. Welcome in. So blooming excited. Yes. I'm waiting for our girl to come up on the screen so I can throw down the ladder for her because we about to get into some foolishness today. Thank you, West Haven, for sharing and following me on Twitter. Yes, I am Brown Girl Bella on every social platform you can think of. I even joined Reddit for you guys. So I am here hanging out. Oh, there she is. Hey, 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 hey. All right, let me throw down the ladder so you can climb on up, sis. Oh, we're about to get this foolishness coming up here. Girl, yes. I'm happy to have been selected. Yes. DOD Jada don't need no wrench. Cannot time her out. No, you cannot. Sir, I'm sorry. Did you not catch the title? I am the queen. This is the queendom, honey. So you can't time no one out here. Okay. You're going to get it ready? Okay. My aunt gonna be like, what in the world? Jada gonna get you, sir. All right, so while we waiting for my sis to come up, I thought I would give you the definition of queendom, just in case, there's some guys out here who don't really understand the power of the female. So the queendom is when all power is concentrated in a central female figure. The condition or character of a queen is queenly rule, power, or authority. The authority, realm, or subjects of a queen. So this is why we are here to join the queendom. Hey, AJ. Welcome into the queendom, sis. I love it. All right. So now that you know the definition, let's get this party started, shall we? Okay. Okay. Come on up, sugar love. Let them
Hey,
do it, sis.
I said I got it ready for you.
All right.
Whenever you ready. Pop pop pow.
Okay. So, before we begin, why don't you tell a little something about yourself, sis?
What is
Hey, boss lady.
I'm just a YouTuber that has different levels to my channels. I have two channels. I have two different levels. My Tony T channel is for the all the effery. But I'm still learning you with the effery. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
because it's a lesson in everything. People don't understand. So people like, oh, that's beneath me, and they see it as why you watching that, but they don't get that serious. Hey, Nicole, my baby. Hey, boss lady. They don't understand everything you learn. Hey, AJ. I'm just saying hi to everybody. I can't help it. You know how
Yes.
we are.
Say
You know
hello
how
to
we are.
everyone.
Yeah, but and then on my other channel, Sugar Lovers, levels to it, but that's more of covering hot topics and
Mm-hmm.
discussing, because we got the extremes, the stream women and the stream men. What about the middle people? The
Mm-hmm.
people that's in the middle, the people who want to
Exactly.
see, who don't want. I'm telling people the next civil war in America is gonna be between the black man and the black woman. I'm trying to stop that. That's gonna be the
Mm-hmm.
next civil
Mm-hmm.
war. So
Yes.
that's basically, we just talk about different topics and share opinions and what we think about it. We do commentating on, we can do commentating on some of everything. you know
Mm-hmm.
so that's basically.
Well, that's good. Well, tonight I brought you up for the effery.
Oh, oh yeah. Let me tell y'all people too. That I do more in the morning. I do morning effery where I put on something that's going to make you laugh, because I believe that I want people, if they're going to work, I want them to walk out with a smile. So I will pick something from a comedian or something like that that's funny, so you can laugh in the morning. And at nighttime around this time, if you is all of that uppity, my channel is not the channel for you. It's straight fuckery. The- we got the comedian fuckery in the morning, and at nighttime we got the fuckery. People are like, oh my god. I'm like,
Listen, sometimes you gotta have that, right? Sometimes you gotta have that. Don't forget to throw them thumbs up, sis and gentlemen. Don't forget to throw those thumbs way up in the sky. Okay, Jada, get them, Jada. Oh wait, hold on. There you go. Get her,
oh,
get them.
let me share this out. Hold on before you do. And I keep forgetting I got a share button.
Yes, you do.
I know, but y'all don't remind me. Y'all don't be like, share this if you can. That's what made me remember.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I usually drink wine on Thursdays, but today, in celebration of the effery, we're about to commence. And I don't believe I'm doing it. It's
You
a
gotta.
whole different Bella
That's
today.
because you gotta live and you gotta have fun. You
True.
gotta you gotta have a good laugh, girl. One day, what they don't know,
Mm.
what they don't know is you're gonna have a shower scene in here one day. I got to just sit by yourself, yes, girl. So we're
Oh.
gonna tell the men to go on to the bathroom.
Oh, oh my, clutch my pearls.
Did you see?
Y'all want all of this on screen?
You saw that one though, right? Did you see that?
I did see it. I did see it.
That's only for a special gift here and there. The kingdom over there, well,
Okay.
believe
We
right.
don't care about the king. We don't care.
No, if y'all want to sit here and watch that, hey, knock yourself out. Ah,
We don't
if the
care.
kingdom want to watch what we're gonna watch in the queendom, baby, baby,
Okay.
baby, you won't be laughing then.
You not ready for all this here.
You're gonna be like, I wasn't ready. I wasn't
You wasn't
ready.
ready. You wasn't ready.
Yeah,
So
they put us in
yes.
some of my admins, they like, y'all going straight to the every woman, go straight to the closet. We got thrown in the closet.
Oh Lord.
The fake closet.
Yes, indeed, indeed, indeed. So yes, so on Thursdays, we don't talk about makeup. So if you're here to get beauty tips, this is not the day. The day is grown folk-ish. I'm usually drinking wine, but today I said, let me get the liquor because it's quicker.
Yeah, I'm getting me some. I'm a I got me a little bit of Hennessy. I was holding it. I wasn't holding it, but now you making me, being that you got me up here with you. Let me get a little.
Come on, sis,
It's only
join
gonna
me.
it's only gonna be a little dash now.
Join me, join me.
Yes, darling. Yes, darling. Yo, we got a lot of different things that's coming up here, and I want
Uh-huh.
you guys to support my sister. I think she's
Yes,
long overdue. Long overdue.
yes,
So get ready. There's a lot of new things coming,
yes.
and you're
Indeed,
gonna
indeed, indeed,
and
indeed.
y'all might, and she just might help you. She might hurt your feelings, or she just might help you. I don't know.
Jada gonna make a troll account. You snitching, DOD? Are you snitching? Are you out here
Well, they
snitching?
could do whatever they want to do. They can come on in. Shoot.
You know what happens to snitches, right, DOD?
They can snitch and show it all they want to, but they're not gonna sit up there and watch it. I know that for a fact.
Hmm.
So you can send that if you want to. I guarantee you, he still won't watch it.
Okay.
Cut the volume down. Mm.
Yes.
It's going to come up as restricted, but we'll be all right. It don't hurt. It don't hurt you.
West Haven, always and forever. Thank you for the super sticker. Yes, we appreciate super stickers around these parts. Thank you.
And then
Smash
we
that
got
like button.
twerk on it. Twerk. I don't know if you could say twerk on it no more.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. We
Uh-oh.
we was talking about that milk mills bus. I just wanted to ask you, how did you feel about that?
Okay, first of all, he's an F boy and he does F boy stuff. So I am not surprised by the effery, as we say, as you say, sugar. I'm not surprised by it because he's always been kind of whack to me and
That's what
do whack.
everybody said. But I
He's
never
always
heard
been kind
not
of a
one of his
cornball.
songs, unless
I
he
was
was
very
somebody's song.
surprised when Nikki ever got with that because I was like, he's a cornball. He's beneath you,
Mm.
you know? And so when we vibrate higher, we can't have the same kind of effery that we used to have in like junior high school and then first 2 years of college. We can't deal with that no more. Now we are business women. We are captains of our industry. We are striving. We are doing things.
Mm-hmm.
We are growing. And we don't have the same type of time for the nonsense that we used to. So that's why I say when these, other people come up, little kitten heels coming on the shows and talking about, oh, he's a king, he's a high value man or whatever. What makes you a high value anything? Huh? What makes you think that you can be a high valued anything
Yeah,
in
they
my
gonna,
kingdom?
until the real doctor the real doctor coming to the scene.
Okay. Okay. Don't let Dr. Bella come get you now.
Bella.
She'll come get you straight.
It's Bella.
Bella.
There we go. You said it perfect. And your lips, see how the lip went? Yes, yes. Bella. That lip gotta go.
I
That
know y'all
not
like
lip,
that.
that tongue. That tongue
I
got
know
to
y'all.
move, not Bella.
Listen. I'm part Latina.
Hey,
I know how to
King.
roll them tongues, honey.
What's up, King? We got a King girl up in
Like
here.
always and forever, you got to turn it down on the background.
Hi.
Hi, doll. How are
Hey,
you?
I should have. I came to say hello real
Welcome
quick.
to the
Hey,
Queendom.
beautiful.
Hello. I told you I'd be up here one day, so
Yes, come on up.
hello.
Come on up.
Hi. Hey, Sugar Love. How you doing?
Hey, darling.
So we're
Darling.
talking about these little knucklehead boys that
Oh,
want
Lord.
our time. that want our energy, that want to take, our soul from us. And we don't have that kind of time. We don't have that kind
No.
of time.
King
See,
World
my
said
thing,
I'm a high value troll. Now you know you.
you know, well, my thing on that is this, okay? If I want to be with somebody that's gonna be with me, I don't got time to be like, I'm establishing myself. I mean, I make mistakes too. I ain't perfect, but look, I'm established. I got kids. I'm
Mm-hmm.
single for right now. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna put it out there right now.
Okay,
But
okay.
but we'll leave it like that. Yes or no. I won't say yes. I won't say no. But for right now, I'm doing me and I'm good. I don't need
Mm-hmm.
BS. I keep YouTube and my private life separate, and that's just
Just
how it's got to be. Whoever likes me, they
mm-hmm.
like me. They don't, they don't. I can't be like, okay, well, do you like me? No, I don't do that.
No.
I know I do. And I want to say thank you for coming to my stream the other day too.
Oh,
I'm
of
gonna tell you this.
course.
Yeah, let me tell you, Sugar. This woman is a beautiful person. Let me tell you. Every time after you left my chat the other day,
Hmm.
I was my mood was so much better when you came up. I was just like,
Oh,
yeah. So, but I
I'm
do
glad
want to
to
do an
hear
interview. I
that.
want to do an interview with you though soon.
Okay.
I want to. Yep,
No, no,
maybe
no,
in a
no, no,
couple
no, no,
weeks.
no, 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 no. You can't. What you could do is you can when her alter ego kicks in,
Okay.
then you can come on the show.
Oh. Okay.
So
Yes, you can do
I
that.
would, yeah, I got when her alt because she has an alt. She come to find out she didn't even know she have an alter ego.
Oh, she do. Okay, but Sugar Love, you're welcome to come too if you like. I'd like to interview both of you one day if that's okay.
Okay, that's no,
Yes.
but you could enter. You could do that, but you gotta come on. She's a doc. She didn't understand. She didn't know she was a doctor, Doctor Bella.
Hmm. Dr.
Oh, Dr.
Bella.
Okay, well I gotta invite Dr. Bella too. Dr. Bella gotta come too. Gotta come slide right through too.
And then you can ask her questions
Yes.
and,
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
and
Knowledge
what's going
girl.
what's going on. You want to give
Hey,
her like
Chronos.
she's gonna be the new Kevin Samuels.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So you
Hi,
know what
everybody in
type of
chat.
questions you have to ask
Hey,
her.
West Haven.
How you doing?
Hey, Sugar Love.
How you
Hi,
doing,
Angel.
love?
I'm doing well.
Brown Bella, I followed you on Twitter. Okay, just want to let you know so
Oh,
you'll see a
okay.
picture.
I'll follow you
And
back.
don't leave.
Okay.
Don't leave. Don't leave.
I won't.
No, not you. I'm talking to West Haven because we getting
Oh,
ready to
West
have some
Haven.
fun.
Yeah.
Don't leave. Don't leave.
I'm like, I'm not going nowhere. This is my show.
No, I'm not going nowhere. No,
I'm
no,
going.
no. Well,
Oh,
I'm going to bed. I will be residing in my bed in about a couple minutes
I
after
that's
work in the
why I
morning.
said
can't
we
wait.
better
Hey,
we better we
Knowledge
better
Girl.
start. You want to start the show off?
Let's go.
All
Okay.
right. All right. Tonight is Thursday night effery. Now, I want y'all to say, I will sing this song. Just say yes or no. After you hear this song, tell me would you sing this song, yes or no?
Okay.
You gotta
All
say
right.
yes for you gotta say yes
Yes.
for this song.
Yeah. Okay.
Chronos,
Yes.
thank you for the super
Okay,
sticker.
you go not the men, but the women. So you're gonna
Oh,
sing this song after you hear it, right?
Uh
Yeah,
You
huh.
said
it's a
yes, right?
women's song, Angel.
Yep.
Okay.
Woo.
She said she's gonna sing the song.
Ooh, child. And I'm just gonna narrate.
All right, it's on you now. It's on you now. You gotta let it
It's
in.
on me?
Yeah, you
Okay.
gotta
Oh,
put
I
it in.
see it. I see it. Not the minute I'm leaving. Oh no, you gotta stay for this,
No,
sir.
you gotta stay for this.
Jada, come up. Cause I know she down with the effery. Come up, Jada, before I play the song.
And every Thursday I got some more effery for her too. But let's go.
Oh, Brian lit.
She
Just
she look
just
she looking
listen.
like what's she gonna have me singing? It's all right.
Just listen. The guys just listen. It's all about the ladies tonight. It's ladies' night. Hey,
Night.
hey. An angel. All right. Where's Jada? I'm waiting for Jada. Girl, if you don't get up here.
Mhm.
Where's she at?
I gotta get myself a fan too. That's what I gotta get. That's the first next time I'm gonna get on
Oh,
Amazon.
I
I'm gonna get
have
Yes,
that fan.
I have one of them
yes. Oh, you're
fans.
backstage? Where are you? Oh, I see you. There you go.
Hi,
All right.
Jada.
Hey,
Hi
Hello,
Jada.
hello, my
Jada.
beautiful
Nice to
people.
meet you.
All
Hello.
right, Jada. Before she press play, you're gonna be singing this song afterwards. You gotta say yes for her to play
Wait, what happened?
it.
You
For her
gotta
to
say
play
yes
this,
before she plays it.
you gotta say you're gonna be
Uh,
singing this song.
nah, I'm gonna pass on that.
All right, then you pass. Okay, so okay, go ahead. You can still play it because West Haven said yes.
Yeah.
Lord. Y'all
I'm
don't know
afraid.
what
I'm afraid to know what it is. I hope it won't. That's
Right.
what I'm
you.
wondering.
Hey, boss lady.
Hey,
Hey,
boss
hey,
I
lady.
got all the
boss
queen.
lady, I know
I
you
got all
ready.
the queens and the
I
You
queens
know
up
know
I'm
in
you
ready, girl.
ready.
I had to get ready.
Yes.
No,
Listen,
no,
I'm never the
you
first
know
one
what's
to take
coming
a
up, boss
bullet.
lady. No, it's okay. You already said no. All of us said yes, but boss lady, she already know. She
You
already
know
know.
I'm singing the song. I'm the lead singer.
You the lead singer. Okay, I'm just gonna be like Princess Muse and just dance and narrate while y'all sing it. Y'all ready?
Hmm.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
Let's go.
Oh boy. Oh boy. What's that? Who's that?
The the
I
truth
don't I,
speaker. I think
I don't
you
know
have
who
to
that is.
play
No,
play.
no, press play. Oh, I gotta press play.
You have to press play.
Oh,
It
Press
Oh yeah,
remind
play.
me
yeah.
of New Jack City. Coast and rub me the right way, Rose. I like that song. Hold on, let me fix my camera so the people in the background don't be in it. Hold up.
Oh man.
Okay, that's better. Cause they butt butts will just be all in the camera and stuff. We don't want they butt butts in the camera. But anyway, like I was saying before I was really interrupted. No, I ain't bringing Donnie non DJ and ass back. I'm about to line with somebody else.
her name is Shishi.
Y'all got me fucked up. We not about to do this today. Y'all, why it feel like I've been up here for longer than 25 minutes? What the hell? I gotta find somebody to lie with and keep me company for this hour.
okay, so wait, real quick.
Oh,
I'm
look who
kind of
I
new to this,
stumbled
I'm guessing.
across, y'all.
What are we supposed to do?
Hey, my pussy
It better than
Oh
her.
man.
my pussy
It better
better
than
than
My pussy
her.
is
my pussy
It better
better
than
than
her. Yo, look at that leg go up in the air. I'm done. I'm done.
it gets
It's
better.
better.
It smells better.
Better,
Better.
Oh, it's a little
a
tighter.
little
Oh Lord.
tighter.
My pussy better than
Wow.
Hey,
Hey,
my
my
pussy
pussy better
better
than
than
her.
her.
my
My
pussy
pussy better
better than
than
That's
Hey,
right,
my
baby.
pussy tighter,
my
my pussy even
pussy
wetter.
tastes like
It's
that
better. Best
Sunday
believe it,
dinner.
cause the better. I be busting on it, trampoline,
Oh my
jumping all
God.
around. When I get up on that
Wow.
dick, then I like to
When
bounce
I
around
saw
like
this
ooh,
thing, I
ooh,
was
ooh,
like,
ooh.
clutch
Hop
my
up and down,
pearls.
then put it in my butt. Let me blow on your cum bubbles. My pussy
What?
better than yours. Say it, Trina, say it, Trina. My
Oh my
pussy
god.
tighter than yours.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Jackie, please share
god.
this
I
out.
wanna take myself out.
Yes, DOD, you came back
Remix.
for
Come
this.
Oh
on,
my
come on, come
god.
on, my pussy. Okay. Oh my God, I'm so laughing so hard. I cannot breathe.
Oh my god.
No, you got the leg when it go up. You gotta put the leg go up.
Wow.
No, you gotta
That
press
was
the part.
awesome.
when she threw that leg up,
Wow.
When
when
she
she
showed
threw
me this,
that
I was
leg,
like, what in the entire
no,
world
they
is
want to see the
that?
rest. They want to see the rest. But they like the. I wanted to see when she throw that leg up, and she was like, pow, 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 pow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Oh my God.
God.
Gotta laugh
Oh, that's the
sometime.
funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. That
I've ever
was
seen in my
crazy.
life. That was crazy.
She will show y'all the rest, the whole
He will
of it,
show
the
y'all the
next.
rest, the whole of it. The next.
Yes, we're gonna end it with that. So I'm gonna leave it up because we'll
Oh.
end it with that as well. Girl. Anyway,
Wow.
I was actually paying attention to what she's saying.
Yo, you gotta be quiet to hear. You like, what the hell
You
did
gotta
she
be
just
quiet
say?
to hear it because it's low.
You gotta,
But my
and
goodness.
then she come back with a, and she on me. She go, her voice is really nice though. But that's she's something
Oh,
else.
she.
That's
Okay.
she's something else. We got some more she. So it's effery night. So yes, she's not gonna be saying. But when you gotta see when she took her to church.
Hey,
Yep.
hey,
But
Keisha.
Brown
Okay.
Bella, I'm gonna have to
Night.
jump off. My phone's about to die, but I will see you over the catch you over the weekend or next week.
Yes,
All right. It
definitely.
was
Just
nice meeting you all. Thank you for having me up. I have to go to sleep, and we got work tomorrow. But nice to
All
meet
right.
y'all.
Have a
no
Y'all
great
great.
night.
problem.
Y'all
You too.
beautiful.
Nice to
Mwah.
meet you
See you,
too, son.
sister.
Have
Thank
a great
Nice to
you.
meet
week.
y'all. All right. I'll talk to y'all over the week. Have a great week. Love you
Okay,
guys.
you too.
Bye,
You
guys.
Bye.
too,
Good night.
sis.
Bye.
Okay, so just a little levity to just make us all laugh for a moment. When Sugar Love sent me that, showed it to me on her live stream, I was like, oh my God.
I
Oh
said
my
press
God.
one. I said not press
First
one.
of all, the puppet is hilarious. Just the her getup as the getup. It's just hilarious. And then when she started singing and then he started duetting with her, I just lost it. I lost it. That was funny.
Cause see,
Oh, you don't hear your audio?
cause see,
You should have your
Wait,
audio
can
up
you
on
guys hear me?
StreamYard, Jada.
Can you hear me?
yes.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. You know what? My audio thing isn't moving around my avatar. So I was like, man, I was like, is it my
Oh,
mic? So I thought maybe y'all couldn't hear me.
yeah, no, we can hear you.
Yeah,
We
we
can
can
hear
hear
Okay,
you.
you.
great.
Hey,
So
Keisha.
next time you see the next chick, what you gonna say? My pussy better than her. My pussy tighter than hers. I
Oh
gotta.
my God.
I'm not gonna leave this earth not slapping and smiling. That's what I'm gonna do.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, smash the like button, guys. Shout out to everybody that dropped off in here. No worries. No worries. Okay. No worries. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, Nolan's girl is just cracking up. Nicole cracking up. Everybody cracking up.
Yes. I mean, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. Sometimes you just need a good belly laugh. And that to me was hilarious. So
No,
funny.
it wasn't
Thank
the
you, Wes
singing.
Haven, for the super sticker. I appreciate you, sis.
It wasn't the singing for me. It's where she threw that leg up. I almost died. I almost died. She threw that leg up like, I was like, oh my God, boss lady, tell me, yo.
Oh my
I
goodness.
was like, I'm done. I'm done. Gone. Then
Too
it,
much. Too much. All right, so we were talking about the effery and these men, these boys who want to suck all the energy out of us, all the time, all the effort, all of the love that we give them. They're just sucking the air out, and they're not filling our cup. We're not being fulfilled. We are fulfilling them, but they're not filling us. So I call that the effery and the F boys because they have no use in our lives except for that one thing. So sound off, ladies. Let me know. Have you ever had an F boy in your life? And if so, how'd you get rid of them, sis? Let the people know. I'm gonna start with Boss Lady.
Yes.
Have you had an F boy in your life? And if so, how'd you get rid of him, sis? Let us know.
Well, yes, I have. Yes, ma'am, quite a few. And me, myself, I'm the type that I will let you hang yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to try to prove that you did this, that. I'm letting you prove everything. And then I'm going to give you your walking papers. Now, if you choose not to walk when I give you your
Oh
walking papers,
God, that's what. I'm scared.
that's the beginning of I'm going to be a fuck girl. I mean,
Right.
you know. And so then you're going to say I dogged you, but see, I gave you your walking papers. You should have just walked.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've been there, done that, and I turn vicious like a you know what if you don't walk when I ask you to. But basically, it takes years and time to get away from these f boys because they don't know that they're a f boy until you tell them, and it depends on if you cuddle them and all that. Some girls they be like, "Oh, he just tripping." No, he's a f boy.
Mm-hmm.
But let everybody else get up there and put their in.
All right. Jada, we'll go to you next. Have you had an F boy? And if so, how'd you get rid of him, sis?
No, honey, I don't have no fuck boys. No, ma'am.
Yes.
I don't deal with them. I don't give them enough time to even show me how much of an F boy they are. I just don't. And people know it too. Everybody around me, if a dude lasts for a minute, they be like, oh, she really gets rid of guys way before now. You lucky. And I'd be like, yes, I do not
Yes.
mess with them. It's too much of my time, too much of my energy. If they don't approach me right from the beginning, that knocks them out already. If they're making too many compliments about my body or whether I don't care if it's my lips, my eyes, my shape, I
Mhm.
don't care. If they talk
Mm-hmm.
about that way too much within a conversational time period, I'll be like, oh no, I'll pass. Doesn't mean they're an F boy. It's just usually those are the F boys. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to blow my mind up because they think it's easy for me to be
Mhm.
um
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
able to give them all of me if they keep giving me
Mhm.
compliments. Like, boy, sir, if
Mhm.
they don't pay for dates, oh, I don't do Dutch. If they don't pay for dates, I don't date them. And I
Mhm.
mean, like from the beginning, some of my questions are like, do you pay for dates? Do you pay for bills?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have
Mhm.
kids? If so, how
Mhm.
many?
Yes. Do you got any newborns? Do you got a baby on the way? How many baby mamas
Mm-hmm.
do you have? Oh, okay. Do you
Right.
stay with
That
your
part.
mama? Do you stay with anybody? You know,
How's your
it's random.
relationship with how's your relationship with your mom? Your dad?
How is your relationship with any woman in your life that you said you loved before? Because, see,
Yes.
my ex treated his mother pretty good, in my opinion, for the behavior that she exhibited, right? But
Mhm.
to the second wife that he married and said he loved, but he let her walk out the door because she wanted a baby. I was
Oh
like, wait, but
wow.
I thought you loved her. He was like, I did, but she wanted to have a baby, and I had already had 3 kids. And I'm like, but you say you loved her and she didn't have any kids. So
Right.
you married her and you knew she wanted at least one. And he was like, yeah, but she was trying to force me. Now here it is. I'm dating you and you asking me for a baby. There's something wrong with that picture.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Something completely wrong. He was like, oh my God. He was like, your daughter is so awesome. We were dating. uh, I knew him first, then we dated. Let's say it that way.
Right.
So after about a year, my daughter got a chance to meet him because he invited us out to his job to eat. And so I was like, okay, so that's how he ended up meeting her. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But after he got a chance to know her, he fell in love with her and all this other stuff. And even right now, this is her quote unquote dad. And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he told me that about his, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna just
Hello,
scratch that,
welcome
and
in.
I won't even think too much of it because maybe, possibly, you realized your wife was not the one to have kids with." So he gave me an explanation to that, and I left it alone. But as time went by, I was like, "Oh no, I should have listened to my first man. He wasn't an f
Mm-hmm.
boy to me, but Lord, was he f boys to all these other women? Oh my goodness!"
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh, you was horrible."
Oh
So
yes.
yeah.
Oh yes. Been
Yeah, he
quite
might
a
have been an F
few.
boy with everybody else, but sure wasn't with me. Thank God.
Okay. Okay. Well, sometimes they turn a new leaf, but it takes a woman who is confident in who she is and what she brings to the table that changes the dynamic, so to speak. And it makes them think, oh, I got to raise to a different level. I got to vibrate higher because she's not going to take the same nonsense that I did with the next girl and the other girl. She's not going to take that.
Amen. Because when these women was telling me, how did you get him to buy this? How did you get him to take you on trips? Like, how did I get? He
I
wanted
didn't have
to.
to,
What is you talking about?
yeah, I didn't have to do anything.
Right. Like his first wife literally told me that she knew that I was the only reason why she got Mother's Day flowers last year. Because he
Oh,
was like,
wow.
and they had three kids together. And I think they spent a total of, I think that third child is 3 years behind. Okay, so he spent 21 years with this woman. And I was
Wow.
like, wait, so you never bought her flowers?
In that many years? Wow.
In 21 years. I was like, oh,
Ha-
that is interesting. He was
Wow.
like, yeah, he was like, you made me think about it. So when I was buying your flowers, I bought my daughter some. I bought my ex-wife some. That way, if you posted, she wouldn't be, cussing me out. And you know how
Ah!
it is with my kids, because my kids already feel like I treat you and your daughter way different than I treated them. I was like, I
Mm,
don't know what to tell you, but thank God you better with me, because you will be out the door, sir.
exactly. We don't play those games.
He still
We
had
don't.
it in him, sound like.
He does. Listen, he does. Didn't y'all hear me say these women be asking me, how do I get him to do stuff? We are
Mm.
exes, and he took me on a trip out the country to a place that people don't really even go to. And they like saw the pictures and they're like, oh my God, how did you get him to do that? One chick told me she paid for them to go to New Orleans and gave him $1,000 in his pocket and didn't let him spend $1,000 because she wanted to show him how down and supportive she was. I said, "Oh, boo, you the he won't even pay for you a Uber to
Facts,
come his
Blanche.
way.
He's a
What
giant
is y'all
red
talking about?"
flag. Giant.
Oh, giant red flag. I was like, I don't know what I must have been doing, but I must have been doing something good. Because when he was with me, I
Okay.
ain't have to deal with all of that. Those
AJ
parts that
said,
come
no
out of him,
flowers
I'll
in
be like,
25 years. I hope he wasn't using that mouth for anything except eating actual food, drinking, and speaking.
Hello. Hello.
girl,
Hello.
listen, it was 21 years. And when
Brava.
she hit me and said it, I was like, 21 years? And somebody was like, no, no, I didn't get her none. And I was like, oh, okay.
Mm.
Well, all right.
Well, I would have used them flowers to put on his gravestone. But anyway, go ahead.
I know,
take,
right,
take,
sugar? I was like, mm-mm.
take these flowers back. Sprinkle them right on top of you. But
But you know what? She was very happy about them flowers. I mean, very, very, very happy. And her flowers didn't even look like nothing. I had to call him and say, baby, did you see the flowers she posted? You need to contact 1-800 Flowers. Tell them that they sent some raggedy flowers and get her some more. He like, nah, baby, I seen it. She happy about it. I'm happy
Oh,
about it. I was like, oh my God, that's
well,
a reflection of you.
but
That's a
that's
reflection of
oh,
because
you, which is also a reflection of me now. Because if they see those, they'll be looking like, oh, okay. So no,
but
that's
any
fix
what
them
she
flowers.
got?
but
That's
anything
what
a
Right.
she
man
got too?
anything a man can't have, they treat good anyway. The rest of them he was able to have. You wasn't letting him have you like fully and completely. So
That's true. True.
AJ
And
said
listen, we
he
were
doesn't
exes at
deserve
this point.
nice things, and this is all nice.
All nice.
Brown
I
girl,
told
you
y'all
look
I
All
left.
nice.
beautiful.
I told y'all I left that man. I was like, there's just not something right. The moment I did
Yeah.
not no longer want to have his slippers at the door, I didn't want to
Mm.
cook for him no more.
We
It
can't
was
hear
just
you,
like,
Brown
you know what?
Bella.
Like something is wrong here.
Girl, you cook?
Yikes.
Yes.
I
Exactly.
I don't even cook, please. But if
Your
you want to
skin is
tell
looking
us,
so beautiful, Miss Bella.
Thank you.
and she
Don't
says
feel
it
degraded.
right, and she says the
Yes,
name
thank
right.
you.
Okay, Angel,
Miss
what about
Dr.
you?
Bella says thank you.
La. Okay, Angel, what about you and a female that wasn't nice?
I've never been in any relationship. I at one point earlier this year did with a person that I would talk about so frequently with Bella. I kind of was in a online long distance relationship through YouTube with a girl by the name of My High Po Fro, my HI Poe Pro. That's her YouTube channel name, and we were like great friends for a few months, but we pretty much just went our separate ways. No, she wasn't anything that would classify. It's just we kind of lost interest because I had my own stuff to go with, and I was going back to work at the time, and so it pretty much been like separable. But I have had a few F girls that treated me so rudely that, and they were part of my services that I received because I used to be under a guardianship, a conservatorship. I used to have a social worker, and I used to be under 24/7 supervised service provisions with staff around the clock because I used to be in a group home in-home service provider service. And I tell you, when I asked if I could try to do things in the way that I wanted for my own life, they never gave me the chance or the opportunity. When I asked my
That part.
guardianship if I could go back to work in 2016, she said that she didn't think I was ready to go back into the workforce. Asked to go on my first ever
Mm.
trip by myself, Viva plane. She said I was only able to travel if I had my dad or a supervised staff with me. And so I was pretty much forbidden to even traveling at the age of 25. Asked if I could have a pet in 2017. The only thing that they allowed me was a freaking fish tank. I mean, how much fun is that? I ain't no Finding Nemo.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
It's just I
Oh,
wanted the chance to try to make my independence go faster,
okay,
but they
Roy.
never gave me the opportunity. Like, how many times have you guys want to try to do something with your life when you were living with your parents and they forbid you from ever doing it? Or, like, let's say if you applied for a job and you straight up received the ejection, how many times have you guys like been that kind of way? Because I tell you, there's been several jobs that I've like applied in the years since I moved here to Arizona, and all of them didn't even like look at my resume or like fully looked in depth to like see if I was qualified. But my new job that I have now, they gave me the opportunity, and that's all I asked for is an opportunity.
That's right. Everybody deserves a chance.
Wow.
My social worker, my guardianship, hell no.
Mm,
Well, I'm glad
Yeah,
things are better for you, Angel.
yeah.
It just gets
absolutely.
to me. If you guys kind of notice, I kind of got a bit up there, like my voice went a bit high, is because it aggravates me of how they try to keep me under their control. And what? At the age of 25, I can't try to like make my life a bit more adventurous and try to like make it easier on the courts if I want to appeal. But luckily, I don't have to go through that
Well,
process
you're a very
anymore.
strong person, and I commend your counselors and everybody because they brought you a long way.
Yeah, they my counselors definitely helped me, but I just wanted to be able to do things in my mid 20s.
Right. They set you up so you could go on and do your own thing. That was good.
Absolutely. So I'm inviting other people up. If they want to come up, just click the link and, we could just dialogue, chop it up,
Okay. Okay. Is he finished? Are you finished, Angel?
Yeah, pretty much because after that in 2018, when when it was the last straw for me, I pretty much went to my court system and fought an appeal for me to be restored to my own independence. And come this January 2nd of 2022, it'll be the 3-year anniversary of me winning my court case. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
All right. For me, it wasn't like I had F boys. For me, it was more of a submission thing.
Mm.
After the we was in a relationship for a while, they must have thought that I was going to change, but I don't change. I stay the same way. So you know the funny giggling part, like how I do here, like I show, like on my show I show different like dimensions, the different levels. I'm like that in real life. Like sometimes I want to be serious, sometimes I want to laugh, sometimes I want to joke. They found all of that good. So then I'm the one that had all the rules and all the regulations. Like, no, I don't cook. You're gonna cook. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do. So somewhere they thought I was gonna like mellow down. I was really, they loved when I was nice, but no, I'm not. I'm like when I was many like in my early teens, like to
Mm-hmm.
my mid 20s, I used to cook, but not for you. That because my daughter. That's because my daughter was young. and,
Right.
and I'm gonna feed anybody. I don't care if you're on the street. I'm gonna feed you. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to be a reason for me to cook. So a lot. That's how me and them. We started getting at odds and stuff because they was waiting for that submission. Like you didn't meet me in a submissive. You didn't meet me submissive. They thought because like we don't argue. Like I've never like besides like when you open Pandora's box, like Boss Lady was saying, I've never had an argument with no man, no boy, no boyfriend of mine. We never argue because I'm. So they thought that maybe she's funny, she's too nice or whatever. So then they thought that I was going to change, and or they was going to change me to now. She's really nice. She's really sweet. She doesn't argue. She doesn't really bug me. So now they figure, oh, I gotta, I can play her. I could do things, and she's gonna go for it because I can't make her submit. So let me go.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go open Pandora's box. And
Right.
then I had no problem getting rid of them.
Ah, I know that's right.
When they saw that beast, when they realized Brooklyn is for real, that's my altar. When
Listen,
they opened up Pandora's box, they like, God, yo, but it's
listen.
crazy that
There's nothing like a Brooklyn chick. A Brooklyn chick will let you know immediately if she's not feeling the vibe, if she's not feeling what you giving her, she gonna let you know. I'm not feeling it. I'm
yeah,
not feeling it.
when they woke up, I keep telling them leave Brooklyn sleep. She likes to sleep. She don't like to wake up. But I wake her up. She's not a nice person.
Not nice at all.
Never.
Not nice
So
at
then
all.
they like, God, what did I get myself into? But not near one I can't call today because I still am they still can't replace me. They can't replace me.
There
So
you
even
go.
though, but they didn't realize that I can't like once I disrespect you, I can't never re-respect you.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't reel
Like
that back
you,
in.
right?
Once the
You disrespect,
disrespect is
like
out there,
yeah.
and you
Once
can't
I
vibe with them like that, it's no coming back from
yeah,
that. There's
that's
no coming
why
back from that.
I'm so nice in the beginning and I choose my words correctly because I know
Mhm.
if I ever disrespect you, there is no coming back. Every time I see you,
Mhm.
they're like, damn, did you ever got something nice to say? Like they like let it go. I'm like, no, I don't really don't care, but you're my presence, so I have to talk about you. So they're like, now where did this person come from? But they was never none of them was ever F boys though. It
Mhm.
was all about them, you know, thinking that I was going to submit and they was not going to do what I say,
Mhm.
and then them thinking that okay, she's so nice, she doesn't argue, and she keep peace. I can play her. So that was my problem. I
No.
can play her,
No.
And
Listen, I'm nice to a fault, and
hmm
I think the only F boy I've had, if I recall, is the one I married actually. And I married him thinking he was one way, and then when we finalized the deal and got married, he was a totally
the
different person.
mask fell off.
The mask fell off indeed.
And I
And
try
so
to,
from
I don't mean to cut you off, but I
yeah,
tell people that all the time. Sometimes you don't know what you're getting yourself into until you say the word I do. And you thank you for
mhm,
bringing that up.
yes. And then I said I don't and I won't. And where do I sign to dissolve this matrimony? Because I, for me, I can take a lot. I can take a lot. I'm a Virgo. I will ride with you to the bitter end. But when I see like I'm the only one putting the effort in this joint and you not doing nothing, you not fulfilling your end, you not doing anything, I'm like, yo, why am I here? Why am I being bothered with this? And so I kicked him to the curb and got me another one. And he treats me like a queen. He loves and worships the ground I walk on, and I love and worship the ground he walks on. He's been with me.
Really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We want to hear this.
That's all you're gonna get though.
We want to hear this. Go ahead,
Yeah,
worship
I know,
the
but
ground.
that's all y'all gonna get. That's
But
all
you
y'all gonna
forgot to
get.
at least finish with walk on.
He loves and worships the ground I walk on. I
Mm-hmm.
love and worship the ground he walks on. That's why I can sit here
Mm-hmm.
and call myself a queen and have this program called the Queendom, and he
Yeah,
don't feel no kind of way because he know when it's
yeah,
time for me to treat him like a king, it's already done, sir. It's
that's
already
right.
there,
But
and that's
me,
how that
well,
goes.
me and Jada is on the same accord. Like I like Jada say exactly. Me and Jada, I don't have no patience for bullshit. But I do
Hmm.
know. But I did realize that a lot of times what I did learn that I had to turn my fire down.
Yes.
That part I did have to learn. Yes, I things have to be my way and blah blah blah. I learned that maybe I'm the problem. Maybe
Yes,
I'm,
yes, Leo. Yes, Leo. You gotta silence that roar sometimes.
no,
That
I
that
don't.
roar is vicious. You
I'm
know that roar is vicious.
I,
And sometimes you gotta tone it down.
I'm
Well,
like what
see, those fire
everyone.
signs are crucial because those fire signs they go from 0 to 150 in like 1 second. Whereas the
Go
earth
ahead.
signs, it takes
Hmm.
us a little bit more to get like you have to reach
Oh,
that threshold.
you
And
go
then when it's
bipolar
reached,
in a second. Don't even start.
but like it takes us a little while to reach it, but when we reach it, it's
I
over.
know what you
Yeah,
mean.
Yeah, it's boss lady. Come on. Come on, somebody. Let me know
yeah.
what's
Cause
going on.
boss
Hey,
lady would
Brooklyn
sit
chick.
back. Boss lady would sit back. You would think, and most of the time, my whole show consists of boss lady, but she be there. But I do that.
Yes.
But I do that because it just be funny going boss lady. But it be so funny to the audience, so I just got in the habit of saying boss lady. But she know when to
Yes.
chime in. You thought that she ain't hear everything. She done heard everything, and she
She
come
She's
done
right
right
heard
in
about those
everything and
Virgos
she
though.
got
The
an
Virgo, but
opinion.
Virgos are very patient. Very patient.
patiently
I
bipolar.
am.
No, but Virgo, we're gonna get all into that. But okay, we'll do that. We'll
Let
do that
her
on another
alone,
show.
Tony.
I
Let
ain't gonna
her
bother.
alone.
No, but I love you. So I love my Virgos. I love
Gotta
Virgo.
love us.
Virgo is the only sign that I can, like, regardless of what I'm feeling. That's the only sign that I can really vent to. That takes the venting as okay. Now let's because me, I like to have a solution.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get it off
Virgo,
your chest
right?
and
So
then
Virgo
evolve
is the
into the
only one,
solution.
right? Virgo is the only one that will pick me up, even though because that. But I have to really like you because for me to hear you,
They're logical
Mm-hmm.
thinkers.
right? But
Mm-hmm.
they'll
And
pick you up,
trust you too. Like my
right?
line sister is a Virgo, is a Leo. And so with that, like we had to learn to trust each other. She had to
Right.
learn to trust me. I had to learn to trust her because, we can bump heads because, she's that, that roar, that queen of the jungle. She wants to let it out. Whereas I want to sit and marinate on it for a second and then come in with what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling. So it's hard so I think for me, I get along with every sign in the zodiac. I get along with everybody, but
Yeah.
just different ways.
Yeah, but that Virgo, sometimes I could just say they are a lifesaver. I have to say that I can really vent, and what I like about them is the ones that I've spoken to is very solution orientated. I don't need nobody to hear me. I just need somebody
Hi,
to hear
welcome.
me with a solution,
Hit that thumbs up.
But
Austin.
hey boo, is hey my
Hey, that's
booby.
Watson.
That's my
And Suge, the
boo.
king of content. Okay. Hello. Welcome in. Thank you for coming.
Well, we did fresh share, right? We fresh share came out.
Hey,
Yeah, we did
Winston.
his
Was
share.
that
Share it out.
Winston?
That's Watson.
Oh, Watson.
What
Watson.
you say?
Wanston.
What
Wanston.
that?
It's
And
Yeah,
they
King
both.
Watson.
Wanston. Yes, honey.
And
That's me,
isn't he a
Watson.
content creator?
He is,
Yes, that's
yes.
my
He and
boo.
his partner
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Leo,
He
they
coming
Okay,
to
do
he
yeah,
coming
that's
to
what I
one
thought.
my
show
Okay.
room.
together and then they have their own separate shows.
Right.
Love you
Then
too, baby.
he comes into the chat. That's why you remember him. That's my boo. That's my boopy. Nice discussion. Yeah. So
Okay, so real quick, ladies, real quick.
Yes.
My cousin is watching. She wants me to mention. I didn't think this count, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. There was a guy that I dated in my early 20s, like
Uh-huh.
20, 21, somewhere 20, 21, 22. And I, I guess y'all gonna have to give me like a complete definition of what an F boy is because I'm
like
sure he
a
could
dusty.
a Dusty. Okay. All right. So all right, let's get into this one. This is the only Dusty I've ever had. He
Your
I did
cousin
not
made
know
you
he was
say
a
it.
Dusty.
Your
Oh
cousin's like,
No,
God.
yeah, you had an F boy.
no, you know
That,
why? Because when I found out who he was, I thought it was like, if you done dealt with one.
15 is November.
But technically, when I found out what he was, it was pretty quick to when we first started dating, so I just didn't count him.
Okay.
He had a car, he had a place, he had money. So
Oh.
I didn't think he was an F boy, but him and his brother got into it. And so
mhm.
then I found out that his car was his mother car.
Oh
The
God.
place that he stayed at was not his. He was living in his mother's basement to be exact.
Mm.
Um, it was something and he did not have a real good job. He was a penny drug dealer who also did taxes illegally. And then he also had got out of jail and was still on probation. So I found that all out in one day and I was
Damn.
good. I was like, oh, I
You
was
know
like,
what this?
nah, honey. I was like, this
You
ain't
know
how
what
this
this
go.
sound like? You know what this sound like? When you say the car
What?
belonged to his mother, I'm starting as the song came in my head. No, I don't want no scrub.
Ah,
Cause
Girl, such a
yes.
ain't
scrub.
No
gonna
more
start on his
scrubs.
best friend right and his mother's right. Trying
Yes.
to holler at
Yes.
me.
And
And
listen to me, y'all. Look, listen, I am 39 years old. I still know this guy because he's somebody that we knew through other people that I'm close to. And so I'm 39 years old and he was older than me at the time as well. And
Thank
listen,
you,
y'all, he still
Ashley.
lives in his mother's basement.
Damn it.
Still living in his
Three
mother's basement.
no,
3 kids
I don't
later,
want
and
no
he still
scrub.
lives in his mother's basement. And again, I
Oh,
told y'all this was like I was 21 to 22 years old back
You
then.
dodged a bullet on that one.
girl.
Dodged a major bullet because that man is still living
Oh
with
You
his
dodged
God.
that
mother.
like the Matrix.
Man.
She's like,
And I don't know if the car is his or not. I don't ask too many questions. He be like, "Hey, what's going on, beautiful?" I'd be like, "Hey,
Mm.
bye."
I'll be like, I'll be like,
Bye.
I'll be like your mama's basement. Bye.
Girl.
See,
I
that's
don't even think
That's
I
that
don't see him
Leo.
often enough to think about him. But my cousin was like, "Wait, yo, what about that guy that you was dating that had that
Whoop,
brother?" And
whoop.
I was like,
You know the cousins will tell the truth and
I
shame the
know.
devil, won't
I
they?
know. That's why I cut them. That's
"Listen,
why they cut off too.
you look, I'm okay with it." She reminded me, and I was like, "You see, I ain't never even tried to tolerate that." I'm like, I absolutely was gone. I didn't care how much he was spending on me. I'm like, you need to use that money to take care of some bills at your mama house or something,
That
because
was his mama
uh,
money. So what are you talking about?
I don't
Right? His
know, but
mama
I
probably
didn't want.
gave him the money to get to you. He probably got an
Listen, I don't
allowance.
want. I don't. Again, I told y'all he was a penny drug dealer. I made sure y'all know that. So he was getting money from somewhere else, and I don't know what it
What's
was,
a
but it wasn't that
wait?
job
What's
that
a
he told
penny
me he
drug
had.
dealer? He was a penny drug dealer. I need the definition of that. What's
A
going
he
on?
penny
ain't
drug
he
dealer,
ain't making
he
that
ain't
much
really making them
money.
right, and
He,
everybody is getting a bag off of him and not really having to pay for it
right.
because he
What?
trying to be cool.
He the one that can't
Yes.
afford the 8 ball, so he got a 4 ball.
Girl.
Like
When
he,
his
he
brother told me that, see, they got into it in front of me, and his brother was like, "I don't even see why you dealing with this nigga. You act like, you should be with somebody else like me because my brother this, that, and the third." At first, I thought it was a joke. I was like, "Oh, he's
Hmm.
so bold. He joking around like that. That's bold." But then
Hmm.
he was like, "I'm not playing with you. I'm for real." And I looked at him, and then I looked at the brother, and I was like, "Wait a minute. I know he lied." So
Listen,
yeah, yeah, we didn't go out on a further date or nothing, but he treated me good. I wouldn't have known he was an F boy. I would not have known, honey. It fooled
but
me.
sometimes they hide though. Sometimes they hide in plain
that
sight. Let me tell you
mask.
about
That's
my
that
dude.
mask.
So the dude I
Girl,
married, when we first started talking, he told me he owned his own security company, and he was established, and I was like, okay, good. I'm making moves in advertising. I'm raising up the ranks and whatnot. So I was like, your fly match my fly. We can probably have a further conversation. And the more I started talking to him, the more I started saying, oh, okay, like you're telling me these different things, but like I'm seeing things that contradict what you're saying.
Mm.
For instance, he said, he had a car, what have you. Then when I pressed him like a week or two later, he's like, yeah, I don't have my license, but I, sometimes drive my mom and dad's car. What?
what?
What you mean you drive your mom and dad's car? Like you don't have your own whip? You don't have your own thing? So I was like, okay, strike number one. And then the whole I got my own business kind of thing. After we got engaged and I found out that I was pregnant, I found out that yeah, that didn't happen as well. Like he don't have his own company. He works for somebody
Oh
else.
God.
Right, but he don't have his own company. So I was like, oh, I'm already knocked up. So I see I'm gonna have to handle this. Excuse me, I handle this myself. Then
Ooh,
what happened on top of that was my son came out and I'm like a human Xerox machine. So I run off copies all day, every day. So my son came out looking exactly how I look when I first came out from my mom. Very, very pale,
Hmm.
head full of hair, but just very, very pale, like almost white, really pale. His mother, who's also a Virgo, by the way, and who ended up loving me, and I loved her, God bless the dead, but she apparently said to my future husband, at that time we were just dating and we hadn't gotten engaged yet. She said to him outside, didn't know my mother was also outside. She didn't know my mother. She know what she looked like. And she said to my now ex-husband, you sure this your baby? Because he's awfully pale.
ooh,
Like maybe, yeah, maybe she had um sex with someone else. And
Wow.
yeah. And my mother is a cancer.
Oh
Cancer.
Lordy. They push the
And
crazy button.
listen, my
They push the crazy
I
button.
always say, sugar,
Uh-uh.
my dad is the crazy one because he's an Aries. So he was the crazy one.
No, but
But
that Cancer got the button.
my
You push
mother
it.
is certifiable. My
Oh,
mother will go from 0 to 5,000
uh,
in a second. So when she heard them talking, she was like, "Well, what the fuck you mean? My daughter had sex with somebody. Who, your son ain't special. Your son ain't shit." Like she
oh,
went when I
Lordy.
tell you she went completely off. She blacked out and went completely off to the point where I had to drag my behind out the bed and go get her and be like, "Can you come in here, please? Now, can you come in here? Right in this room. Come in here." And so my mother, she was nothing nice, and she still ain't nothing nice. Yeah, she went in. She went
I
in
tell
and
you,
let have.
them
She
cancers got that crazy button. Do not push it.
when I tell you, I literally had to go outside and get her because she was going in. Like I thought she was gonna lay hands on the girl because she not above that. She is definitely not above laying hands on somebody.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like,
That
let me stop my mother. Let me get my mother now before she go in all the way. And
mm,
so after that, like, her and I came to an understanding, and she ended up being really, really cool and really, really sweet. But that first go round, I was like, I can have my pick of so many men. Like so many men wanted me. So many men were courting me during this time. And I said no to all of them and picked him. And now you want to sit outside my hospital bed talking about you think that this is not his son?
Wow. I
Is
know
you
you
crazy?
went.
Is you
Mm.
dumb? Is you dumb?
You
I
dumb?
was like, oh no. Oh no. My mother had all Cancer and Leo children. Oh my God. Oh, God
the,
bless
s-
your mom.
the sun and the moon. Oh my God.
Okay.
The
Whew.
sun and the moon. So I don't know if it's beautiful. It's beautiful or not. It's sun because that's sunrise and sunset. So in the house, while one is rising, the other one is setting. While one is rising, the other one is setting. But you only, ooh, that's a combination.
Yeah, let me tell
But
you something.
I think like my mom's said that's the Libra, right?
Oh,
So
she's a Libra.
yeah, her birthday was the first, right?
Okay.
So now with her, with the Libras, they're certified crazy too, but they do it with class.
Mm-hmm.
And I should
Mhm.
always be amazed how they
Mm-hmm.
do things that's with class. Like they even beat your ass, pardon me, with class. I'm like, how
I
to
beat my ass
how
with
like
class.
with class.
How
And
that
I'm
go
like, and that
down?
used to always amaze me. Like they don't really like bother nobody and they always try to it's like people don't understand them scale stands for love, war. So when they
Mm-hmm.
go to war, it's a wrap. But they still do it.
Mm-hmm.
They still do it with class. Like
Yes.
and like Leo's is kill me with Leo's. Like Leo could have a fight. For some reason Leos like to get jumped. I don't understand. They like to fight more than one people. I don't understand that. It's crazy. But
Yeah.
like they will have to fight and push you back because they have to like fix their hair or fix this. Okay, now let's go back to round two. Wait, how? Hold up. How look? How my face look? That used to drive me crazy. Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
ever had it to where as you forget about your sign, but just you and your ways itself sometimes drives you crazy. Just being you, and you like I drive myself crazy. Have you ever felt
Mm-hmm.
that?
Well,
Well, I know that's right.
Well, you want to say, damn, how can I get rid of myself? I'm tired of myself. What the hell? Um, what is it, Judy? I can't see her name on the thing anymore. Where's she at?
Jada.
Jada.
Are you talking about me? Yes,
Yeah, I'm
I'm here.
sorry, I couldn't see. Have you ever been to the point that because of you and your ways, you drive yourself crazy?
No,
Oh, God
no,
bless you, bless you, bless you. I drive myself crazy
no.
because
You
I'm.
know what? It come to a point
I mean, at any
in my
point
life.
in your life.
No. It comes to a point in my life where a lot of times the decisions that I make, I'm fine with. It
No,
could
in
just
your
be the
mind, in
upbringing,
your
but
mind, in your
but
mind.
that's what I'm saying. I don't never think about anything that I do like, oh my God, I drive myself crazy, or I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't. I don't really have that, and it could just be the upbringing that I had, the type of connections that I had with my parents that don't allow me to have certain types of emotion.
Okay, what was that? May I ask? If you feel like
Uh,
talking or no?
so my mother, while she was great as like a financial mom, you know what I'm saying? Like she made sure that the house had the lights on and, roof over my head. She made my clothes or whatever. And then my dad denounced me. He never recognized me in his life until I was 35, because I'm 39, right? So it's going on
Mhm.
4 years. But he's known about me all my life. And it's not like he had a woman at the time. He met the woman when I was 3 and married her after. So he wasn't with anybody where he had to not claim me. He just decided not to. So dealing with different people, um, my mind was a little like hard. You know what I'm saying? Like my emotions don't get affected that much when I was younger. So I didn't attach to women a lot. I didn't attach to men
Mm-hmm.
a lot, unless they were like my uncles and them, of course. And so because my mother would fuss about just about everything that I did, nothing was ever, right. Even to this day, nothing is ever right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm never accomplished enough. I'm never this. I'm never that. At a lot of points throughout my life when I was a kid, my mother would say she could have flushed me down the toilet. That's what she should have did. And it would always be like, oh yeah, it would
Oh,
Mine
always be like
too.
drunken rants. And I mean, like I would not be doing anything. I would be trying to keep her from throwing up on herself and stuff. And then she'd go into this crying spell and then start cussing me out, start fussing. I remember times where I would get hit for different stuff that I hadn't even done, and
Mhm.
it was
Girl, we're
really
gonna have to have another conversation about this one, Jada.
yeah,
Because
yeah, because it was a lot.
I have
It was a
lived
lot.
everything that you said.
yeah,
Oh
that'll be when we talk
shit.
about narcissistic parents
Hmm.
that need it.
Yeah, honey. Because I mean, even to
When we
this
get
day, but
to
we'll get
yeah,
into it. We'll get
yeah,
into it one day.
when we talk about narcissistic parents, we'll get into it. But what I meant by drive yourself crazy, I mean when you have like a lot of different ideas going on in your head. That's what I meant by drive yourself crazy.
So
Like when you're doing
that's
like
why I don't have it though. I don't have a lot of stuff in my mind that drives me crazy because there were other things that drove me crazy. So
I
anything
get
that
you.
I do, anything that I think about, my mind be telling me like, no, you're doing great. No, this is this. No, this is that. And if you're thinking of this and you got this idea over here, you can do them all at once. I have a mate of mine that sits up and say all the time, the reason why you so multi-talented and can do just about everything is because your mother made you that way. So
You
you need to
sound like
give
a
her props
Mm.
for yeah,
you sound like an air sign.
yeah. He was like, you yo,
Don't you
yeah,
don't
that's
you
that's
sound
exactly what he did,
she
child. And I was
sound
just
like
like, no.
she's I don't know.
Hey,
She sound
AKA
like a
Jeans Money,
she sound like
615.
an air sign.
Welcome
Sure you're
in.
not you sure you're not a
Let me get some
Gemini?
thumbs up.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. I'm a Capricorn, but my mother is a Gemini.
Oh,
Oh, come on,
I knew it.
Caps.
I knew
My
it.
one of my besties is a Capricorn.
When she said
Girl.
I could do both things now. But with me, I drive myself crazy because it's like you said, it all depends on how you raised because it's always what can I do like let's say this video right here. Like
Hmm.
I will we watch this video and say, what can I have done better? What can I have done worse? What can I change? Because everything has to be for me. I have to get the learning process out of it, because my aim is
Okay.
to always make sure like everything is like, what can I learn? Like I will go back in my video, my old video, I'm like, I really, oh God, I ain't watching it no more. But I like to see my growth also. And then I also, how can I help this person? How can I help that person? Because what goes through my mind is always visions. I have more vision. I was just telling Bella this. I have more visions for people than myself. That's just how God God put it in
Mm.
my mind. So, and then I want this. This has to be right. And then so I got things for me to do that I'm calling people and saying, hey, this is my mind. This is for what you to do. And then I got you got your kids, and,
Mm-hmm.
and then I
Yeah.
got my little grand now. Forget about the kids. I got the grand now. So forget about the kids, right?
Oh, I want a grand.
Forget about them. I got the little grand now. But it's
Oh.
just that I'm just, and then like I hold a lot of different positions too. Like remember, I work with the youth, then I work with the elderly. Then now I'm fighting for to be the TA president. So it's a lot of things. So I'm always like in snakes, but to have things done, like ain't no such thing as perfect, but perfect as it can be. That's what drives
Yeah.
me crazy. That's the
Mm.
thing that drives me. I need things perfect because I'm like this. I'm gonna be whatever I do is a reflection of me. I'm not saying things are going to be perfect, but I want somebody. I need for you to say, "Oh, she put a lot of work into
What
this."
you over there thinking about, Bella? You didn't got deep in the thought, girl. I'm looking at your face.
Cause she understands what I'm saying. Boss lady don't
Listen,
miss nothing. You
you
know that.
you know Virgos are very cerebral, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm thinking about this, and I'm also thinking about like future queendom topics, and this one that
Mm.
we're hitting on right now, I don't want to lose because I want us to delve into that because there's something
Hey,
about the
Michelle.
mother-daughter relationship that's really interesting.
Yes.
It's
Listen, it
really
me
interesting.
looking at me and my mother's relationship is like day and night when you look at me and my daughter's relationship.
Yes. Same with me. Same with
Yeah, but
me.
And
a lot
I
of
have sometimes I have to tell my mother, like, Mama, the reason why you be saying certain stuff that you don't, she don't like me doing certain things with my daughter or allowing my daughter to do certain things. I be like, listen, the reason why you don't like it is because you're jealous of our relationship. We love on
Yeah.
each other. We snuggle with each other. She 15.
Yes.
We still into each other. We sit down and have movie nights. We sit and go places.
Mhm.
We do stuff together. We hold deep conversations together.
Mhm.
And my
Mm-hmm.
mother does not like it. She
Yeah.
doesn't like it. And she'll try to do stuff like, um, the other day she told my daughter, "Don't you get tired of your mom? I know you get tired of being around you. I'm gonna make sure you
Mm-hmm.
come over here so you can get a break." I was like, "Oh
Mhm.
no,
it's
oh no."
crazy. I just did a video today about this, about the man, the woman who left the man, the narcissistic man when she gave
Mhm.
delivery, and I got into the narcissistic and whatever. I just discussed this
The
today.
narcissistic
Wow.
grandparent. Yeah.
I
Mm,
just discussed. It's crazy, but like my
Mhm.
mom is like it was like a relationship, but not a relationship because in her mind, my mother always said, "You play with a puppy, they lick your face." So she always made sure that it was like you couldn't have like that friendly type of conversation
Mhm.
because and
yeah.
her she was like the mother at all times.
Right.
So a lot of things you couldn't like really, even though she knew everything, but if you knew it, why you didn't try to ease the conversation and like
Right.
like they hold in what they know and let us fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then tell us
Mm,
well I knew and I know this. I don't want to hear this now.
Right.
you know but it always is, it was never a cross, even with my mom's now with dementia and the quote going getting ready to get the Alzheimer's.
Oh.
Certain lines you still cannot cross, like she doesn't even like really recognize you or anything, but like if you touch her in a certain way she's automatically grabbing you up. You know what I
Oh
mean?
wow.
What you know how many nurses and doctors that called me and they said, oh, look at me, look, she done scratched me all. I said,
Hey,
well,
Terry.
what did you do to her? I said, you don't
mm,
touch her in the wrong way. Certain things like really don't leave them. But
Mm-hmm.
if you can go back, and we all heard this story before, and tell like your younger you something, like what would
Mm-hmm.
you tell the younger you? And then forgive your and then forgive your younger you. What would you tell your younger you and then forgive it?
Mm.
Ow.
That's a
I
good
should have
one.
ran away sooner.
Now you got to forgive yourself for not running away sooner.
I'm okay with it. Everything happens when it's supposed to happen, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But if I was to give myself that advice, it would have been to run away sooner. And I ain't run away from home, but when I turned 18, I had already had a place ready and everything. I was so done.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if I had have known about emancipating yourself, or that I could really survive if I had a left before 18.
Mm-hmm.
Because I initially being like a country girl, okay, Mississippi. So
Right.
initially being country girl, the thought of me leaving and then a white man snatching me up off the road or something before I could get to where I
Mm.
gotta go was always a
Mm.
fearful thought. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, it wasn't like I was some slim little girl. So it kind of was like, you know what, you better wait until you 18 so you can
Right.
apply for different stuff, so you can get this apartment. So
Logic,
it
logic.
yeah, it was just different things that my mind had to go through. But if I could tell my younger self, I would have said, girl, you could have did that. You had common sense even back then. You was taking care of other people's kids. My sisters never older, so I really have as deep of a connection with my sisters. So all I
But
did
you
was watch
saved
their
yourself.
kids
You
all the
saved
time.
yourself a little struggle. That was good.
It was because who knows what could have happened, but I won't dwell on it because at the end of the day, I would have been fine then and I'm fine now.
Right.
So, you know, probably just could have been a millionaire just a little quicker.
Now I know that's right.
I would have dropped family a lot quicker than I had. And don't let me, again, allow me not to act like it was so bad because there's people who have situations that were worse than mine. But when I go back and look at it, I'd be like, if God had said, girl, you can choose your own family,
Ah,
I would have traded
girl.
in every
uh,
single one of them. Okay,
I'd have threw all that cash at
throw
it.
the whole family away, child. Throw the
y'all
whole
terrible.
family away.
Y'all terrible. Y'all terrible.
Listen, listen. It's facts though. It's straight facts. And I love my
Yes.
dad to death. I mean, he's no longer here, but I love him to death. But dad, I done told you I didn't want no brothers and sisters. I could be an only child. I can exist by myself. My mother got the memo. Why didn't you?
Oh.
Why didn't you get the memo?
Mm.
Alas, that's not my qualm anymore. I this out here. I got a half sister. I probably got some more people I got to dig up and find out who they are and shake the tree a little bit. But I will say, if I could tell my younger self anything, it would be not to chase the money so much as to chase the dream, to chase the education, to chase
Mm.
um getting all that I could out of this world. And I think what happened in my case is I was a teenager. I was in high school. I was in a co-op program where you work 1 week and you go to school
Mm.
1 week. And I just got addicted to the dough. I got addicted to the dough. I was working on Wall Street. I was 15 years old working on Wall Street. Who does that? And I was making great money. And then after I graduated from high school, they were like, "So you want this permanent job or not?" And I was like, "Yeah,
Hey.
yes, I want it, but I still want to go to school." So I went to school in Brooklyn and traveled from Lower Manhattan, the Wall Street area, to Brooklyn to go to school. And then from there, went to my grandmother's house because I was living with her. Um, for I don't know, 5 years, 6 years, something like that. And then I met like people and I started dating, and dating life really got interesting for me in my 20s. Like, I think for me that was my coming of age kind of thing, where I started like saying, okay, um so I'm going to date around, not sleep around, date around, because there's a difference.
Yes,
I'm
there
gonna date
is.
around. I'm gonna date these people. I'm gonna get to know them. They're gonna get to know me, and we're going to discover, what this could be or what this could be not. And some of it turned out into great friendships. Some of it turned out into a great relationship, and some of it, unfortunately, turned into marriage. Hence the F boy.
Uh-huh.
But I will say to my younger self, yeah, take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think about so much the work and getting that money, that paper, but think about stacking what you want to do. Because in all actuality, I should be really a doctor right now. I should really and truly be a doctor, and have a PhD in marketing or some form or derivative of marketing, because I was on that track. I was on that track to continue my studies. But again, the lure of the cash just drove me in, and I started, doing other things. Like I did internship with Bad Boy. I met my future husband through that relationship, and hanging out one night at a club and meeting him, and all of the hitman squad or what have you. And so I think for me that was the turning point to say, okay, I should have been doing this, but I'm going to do this. And I would go back to that exact moment and reverse it. Go back to the schooling, go back to the education, go back to understanding and diving into what it is I want to do for the rest of my life. Because one thing I will tell you, and no shade, no shade, no tea, whatever. Um, Wendy Williams will always be like my secret mentor, because we grew up and we were around the same time. Although she's older than me, we grew up around the same time, and I've watched her in action in New York. And I will tell you, I even got a flower ring. She got a flower ring. I got a flower ring. Mine's is Chanel though. But I digress. Her trajectory and my trajectory were almost the same. But what I applaud her for is, she said when it's all said and done and she's ready to leave the talk show life and leave the rigmarole and the fast pace of producing a show every single day, what she wants to do is go back to college and teach, because there's no one who has been teaching in her field or in mine that's ever cracked cracked that nut in terms of
Crack
being
the
a,
nut.
yeah, in
You
terms of
sure gotta
being
pick a words.
a talk show host or a radio host, or in my case being a marketer. And I started from the ground zero all the way up. And I can tell you, there's nobody teaching marketing and advertising to this day, right now, who's ever actually been a marketer or an advertiser. So when she says, there's been nobody to crack that mic, I'm saying, yeah, there's nobody that has ever like actually been a person who has done it all, in terms of advertising, and now will teach the course.
What's his name? How you pronounce his name? Notori Tay. He just
Oh,
said
Terry,
he,
yes.
he just gave my answer, so I don't have to answer anymore. He just said my answer.
You want to be a JD? You want to have a JD?
No, I thought it was DJ. I gotta fix my glasses.
I love you, Sugar Love.
I love you,
Thank
Sugar.
you. I could have sworn that
Oh
said
my God.
DJ.
No, he said I should have a JD. I might.
Oh
do
my God,
that.
you
I
sure
still
that
might do
you
that.
sure that he don't say DJ?
It does not say DJ, boo.
Oh God.
It does not say DJ.
Let me
But
adjust. Let
but
me adjust
guess
these.
what? But guess what, sugar? I also want to do a I also want to be a DJ because I feel like my taste in music is what the kids need to hear right now because they talking all this smack about all these mumble rappers and this and that and third. I'm like, the rappers in my day spoke that ish, hit that
Hmm.
hot lava,
That's
spoke
not a
the word.
DJ. A DJ is the one who hears the music. The DJ is the one who makes the music. And I always knew, like, all my first loves until today, which we don't have anymore, was DJs. Like my
Do
first
it, Terry.
my first love was Jam Master J.
Yes.
So I used to have equipment, but I would have followed that. But
Oh, me too.
I wish I would have
Me too.
followed that, and I wish that I would have known that nothing is wrong with me. I just don't like people. But there's nothing wrong with you. You like who you like, and
Mm-hmm.
knowing that, not, I never was a person that fitted in, but everybody always want, even till today, everybody want me to fit in. I'm not that person, but I should have followed my DJing skills because I always, you couldn't tell me, even till today, you couldn't tell me I was a DJ, especially when, how many hours when you used to take that tape, and then especially the one
Yes.
that's to come on the radio, and you had to stop it, press pause at the right time, and then
Oh,
unpause it at the right time, and then make it
yes.
so you don't hear the commercials and stuff. I always knew I had a
Mm-hmm.
thing for then DJ Jazzy Jeff. I'm like, oh my God, listen.
Mm-hmm.
And I always had a thing for the DJs, not the artists. But even till today, you can't. Even like when old songs come on, I be hearing all the sounds. The sound is like, oh my! I appreciate, like, we don't appreciate all the sounds, well, not these days, but back in the days, all the different sounds. Somebody created
Yes.
them. I got the hiccup. Somebody created them sounds to put them in the song, and we don't appreciate that sound of the horn or that sound of all these different. I mean, I love a eargasm. I'm just an eargasm
Yes.
person.
Yes. I love good music, and to me, good music transcends
Hmm.
all genres, transcends all decades. Today, in my mind, because a lot of I've been going through a lot, with the death of my daughter and now my uncle. And so I get these overwhelming feelings or thoughts or somebody putting it in my head. Today, I kept hearing Betty Wright's No Pain, No Gain.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar, you feel me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I kept hearing it in my head, hearing it in my head. And I was like, okay, let me just play it. So I told, Siri, my little chick on the side, iPhone holla. I said, play No Pain, No Gain, No Pain, No Gain by Betty Wright. And the phrase that hit me the most was, in order to feel something, you got to go through something. In order
Yeah.
to give something, you got to feel something. And I was like, wow, I'm going through something and I'm feeling something.
Yeah,
And I had to hear those words because instantly when I heard her say those words, sing those words, I was like, this
I
this
get
is
it.
what I need to hear. This is
I
what my
get it.
heart need to
I
hear. I
get
get
it.
it. And sometimes you get those cues that will transcend whatever you're going through, whether it is a F boy or work or school or home life, family life, whatever. Sometimes you get that sign and you don't know where the sign is coming from. It could be coming from, a heavenly body. Could be what you are manifesting in yourself. And I will say, I listened to that song 3 times
Mm.
because I needed to absorb everything that she was singing. Everything that she was saying. I need to absorb that. Now Betty Wright is resting with the angels right now. She's no longer with us. But I will tell you that is one singing woman. Her octaves are insane. She can go from like a mid alto to a mezzo soprano to like Mariah Carey high pitch, and it's so crystal clear. Like you can, it's like a complete line going from one octave to another. Just oh, amazing, amazing. I had to throw that out there because I was sitting on this for so long and I was like, I gotta let this out. What is it? I gotta let it out. And I kept hearing in my head, play a song, play the song, play the song. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna play the song. And it's just what I needed. Just what I needed at the time I needed it. So I don't know how that's useful to anyone, but take it,
That's kind
take
of
it.
Bella. Sorry to interrupt you. That's kind of like what I go through, but it's depending on like what it is. Like if I'm struggling through something, like if it's something that is like in the way of my life right now, like as you probably know, I'm going through financial struggles, or if it's something that I kind of feel like I'm being against, like on my first day, one of the managers told me to like lower my voice, and I understand where I work at and all, but it depends on like what it is. Like for me, whenever someone like judges me or tell me to like lower my tone, when people all the time tell you to be yourself, I just listen to songs to encourage me to just continue be I am. The one of the songs I've been listening to recently was actually from a cartoon in the early 2010s when it used to be called the Hub Network. It's a show called The Littlest Pet Shop, and basically, one of the lyrics in the song where it says, "Be yourself, be yourself, be who you are. You'll be a shining star." And I just keep on thinking to myself of that whenever someone judges me in terms of the struggling situation. I just know I can get through it. Like one of the songs I always listen to about never giving up and just always working my way around is a song by the name of Super Chick titled Not Done Yet. And one of some of the lyrics are, we're not done yet, not going quietly into the night, not me and my friends. We're not done yet, don't take it too seriously. It's just life, we'll
Go,
win in
Angel.
the
Go,
end.
Angel.
Yes.
Because I know I'll win in the end of whatever I go through. And I always keep those songs in my head, depending on the situation. If it's judgment, I just know I'll just need to be who I am and be myself. If it's situation financially or something outside of inside my personal life, outside of YouTube, I know I can get through it, and I won't give up, and I know I'll win in the end.
That's right. That's right. We will all come out victorious in the end because guess what? We know who we are and we know whose we are.
Yep.
It will never that will never change. So stay the course, keep it steady. We will all get through this. I promise you we will. I promise you. Nobody can get us through all that we've been through in the last 2 years and not give us some relief.
Yep.
I
And
hear
this
that.
okay, like we've been through a hell of a lot. I know
Yeah.
I have. I know I have. I lost my bestie, my ride or die. When I gave birth to that girl, I was like, listen, this is my rainbow baby, and she and I will ride through this storm together. And unfortunately, her ride cut short. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I wouldn't change a thing. Those 22 years were magical to me. I am also on Facebook, and one of my Facebook memories popped up today, and it was her and I in my car, and I told her she was trying to buy something, and I was like, "You're an adult now. You're 18. You're an adult. You keep telling me you grown. If you grown, you got to pay your own bills, boo." And she had to pay her own bill for I think CVS or something that she had to get, and she was like, "It costs some dollars," and I'm like, "Yeah, welcome to adulthood. What you thought? You gotta pay if
Uh,
you get
I
something.
remember that
You
video
gotta
that made
get.
me think I've been friends with Brown Bella on Facebook a long time.
Yes, yes. Come on, sis. I was like, girl, and it was so funny to me because she was the baby. So she was always sheltered. Her brother sheltered her, I sheltered her dad sheltered her, everybody sheltered her. And so for her to be able to go out and buy something with her own money, she was proud of that. But she was like, dang, it costs a lot to be an adult. Really, sis? Tell me more. Tell me more.
Yeah.
So when that
Listen,
I
when that
didn't
made me
know
laugh,
that.
I had to chuckle.
listen, my daughter is, only 15, so she's not an adult yet. But she stacks her bread. Let me tell you that she stacks her bread. She saves for what she want. She
Welcome
most of the
in,
time
sis.
spends her own money and things. But I thought it was funny because it was something very expensive that my daughter was trying to get. And I was like, oh, I was like, well, if you get it, I'll put it together. I'll help you with it. And she was like, can you really do it, mom? I was like, absolutely. I was like, your mom can do anything. Look, go ahead, buy the supplies. I'll handle it. Right.
Yes.
So we get to the store. They didn't have what she needed. The next day we
Mhm.
go to a different store, and she decided she's going to improvise in order to get it if I can master this. Right.
Mm.
So they tell her the price.
Mhm.
440 something dollars.
Mm.
And I didn't see her reach for her purse, and I'm waiting.
You wasn't ready
And
for
I'm like,
that.
baby, you're right. I'm like, baby, did you hear? And she was like, huh?
uh,
I said, she said something like 400 and some dollars. I was like, ma'am, what you say? So the lady said 440 something. And my daughter was like, oh. She looked down at her purse, and I'm not talking, she looked in it. She looked down at it, looked back up at me, and was like, I thought you were going to be helping me with this. I said, help you get it done. I didn't say nothing about buying all of these supplies that it take. I said, I'll help you
yeah,
get it done. Oh
yeah.
my goodness. She did that and she paid for it, but she was like,
She was
huh.
butthurt.
She was,
I know
look,
she
she
was
was like,
butthurt.
she was like, and I cooked that breakfast for you this morning. I've been cooking for you while you were sick, while you were trying to heal. After the accident, I made sure you were fine. And you didn't put nothing on it. I
And
said, girl, I'm
thank
about to put these
you.
blood, sweat, and tears into this work. Okay.
Okay.
So once I got done, she was just like, oh my God, mom, you really did it. I was like, I told you I could. She was like, but I mean, like, no, like you really
You did
did
it.
it. So then what did she do? She was like, I gotta pay you for this, mom, because this was like awesome.
Oh,
So she went to pay me and she was like, so what you need? Like $10?
That's cute.
I was like, girl, all that work I
ma'am,
put into this. And you talk
ma'am,
about
do you
$10. She
know
was
how
like,
much I charge an hour to do what I do?
you feel me? She was like, oh, she was like, no, mom, I figured what okay, well hold on, wait. So what I need
You
to give
get
you
a
like a
family
20 on top of
discount.
that? Yeah, she like, do I need to put a 20 on top of that? Or I was like, baby, nah, you ain't gotta give me nothing for it. I was like, I appreciate you even offered to do
Yes,
it. Okay. Because there's
yes.
people who won't even offer to give you a little something. So
Fact,
Um,
fact.
I
um,
appreciated it.
and can I take your job as speaker now, Jada?
You said as who?
As speaker? Because I want to say
Oh,
something next if I can.
Yeah, come
yeah,
on.
baby. Yeah.
I'm just joking with you, Jada, but I want to answer
You
Sugar Love's
did.
question.
No, you
I
didn't,
You
want
was
Angel.
a mess. You was a mess.
but to answer Sugar
You've
Love's
been trying to
question,
take
she
my
asked,
job all day, Angel. First you want to
Okay,
take my
first you was
mod
the whole
job.
shopping network. Now it's Jada's job. You just trying to collect all the jobs, Angel.
I love each and every one of you, but I want to
You
answer
love you
Sugar
too,
Love's
huh?
question.
Mhm.
That she asked earlier about us stressing ourselves out or something like
Yes.
that. Um,
Mhm.
for me, when it comes to situations I know I can get through, or some people judging me, no, I don't get stressed out because it's just part of the human nature. What I learned, but times when I do get stressed out is when I'm trying to do my job or trying to do the task that I'm assigned to do, or someone trying to make the choices for me when I can't even make my own choices. Like my conservator and guardianship made all the choices for me. I never got the option if I wanted it or a yes or no kind of question. They just like gave it to me when I never even wanted it or was even asked, hey, would you be willing to sign up for this? Or would you
Yeah,
be
they
willing to
violated your rights.
Yep.
Yes.
And my job, my previous job, that is, at times would always help and assist in me with the customer's orders when it was my job to be a cashier and serve to the customer. Yeah, I know at work you're supposed to work as a team, but when you're assigned to be a cleaner, when you're assigned to be a ticket taker, isn't that your job basically? And are you supposed to complete the task at hand and only ask
Mm-hmm.
for help if you need it? They were giving
Mm-hmm.
me the help at times, even with a small little customer's order. Like I had a customer one time order popcorn and a soda, and I knew I could take care of that. One of the employees took care of the soda when I didn't even notice that they were helping me, and that
Right.
stressed me out because I when I don't need the help, I don't want it. But if I do
Mm-hmm.
need the help, I'll ask for it.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah, I can feel that, Angel.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And I don't want to leave this stream without saying the following. So every once in a while I like to test the job market, see what's going on, see what's out there, see what's
Yeah.
popping. And I recently just, for ish and giggles, went on a site and they asked me about my sexual orientation.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm saying, what? Hello, when
yeah.
did this start being the norm? You're gonna ask me who I sleep with as a question?
Yep.
Wow.
Even on here, you can put optional, but yeah, that's everywhere now. Yep.
I was floored. I was floored. I was like, okay, let me not have to be back into the job market again because this question right here raises all kinds of warning bells in my head. Like, so what do you want to do with that information for one? How does it serve you whether or not a person checks whether he's heterosexual or homosexual or bisexual or asexual or whatever it is? How does that benefit you as a company? How does that increase or decrease that person's productivity? How is that ever a factor in someone's ability to do the job that is assigned to them?
Well,
I was
I don't
floored.
know what that got to do with me joining the YouTube or Facebook or anything else neither. But it's a shame, but it's everywhere now.
Yeah, I'm just floored.
Male, female, other. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But that's it's crazy.
I was really turned aback by that because I never saw that before and I never experienced that before. But I have to say, for the millennials that are coming up and going through the job process, that question could be a detriment to them. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
I can see someone really going inside themselves, having to fight to decide whether or not they're going to answer that question. You know
Mm.
what I mean? It's just beyond me. It's just really beyond me. Like, have we come to this as a society, as a country, where, you have to put people in different boxes?
Yeah, and they want to. What killing me is now. I don't care what you call yourself, but don't make it like we have to accept this asexual and all these other sexual things that y'all
Mhm.
want to be because y'all want to change it to what fits your whatever it is that you living through. I don't think it's right for you to be sitting up here saying, "Oh, well, we can be over here in this category and they have to give us rights." Come on. We're women. We haven't even got all our rights yet, and you guys want all these
Exactly.
rights?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't discriminate, but I sure get tired of um so many different requests. What you want to do with your life is one thing.
Mhm.
But when you start wanting so many other things, especially when it starts to dip into the children, like I
Yeah.
don't need y'all to have all these extra bathrooms at school. That just puts a target on the children's back anyway. So
Mhm.
I don't need you to have that. We don't need LGBT history taught in elementary and middle school.
Oh
We can't even
wow.
get Black history back in the schools.
Yeah, let's
Mm-hmm.
start there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Let's start
it's
there.
just it's so many different things that get requested and asked for. And there's some things that I understood. Like I understood y'all wanted to get married. I understood y'all
Mm-hmm.
want to have a fair right to
Yeah.
adopting children and stuff. Okay, I get all of that. But all of the extraness to it all, you want to be able to join an
Cancer,
all-girls team and you a man.
no cancer
Or
culture and shit.
sorority and you're a
Yeah.
man.
Hey,
Or
that's like
fraternity
I
and
was
you're a
so
woman.
upset when what's the little Kardashian husband name? The one that done turned himself into a woman. What's his name?
Oh,
Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn.
Jenner.
Caitlyn
Caitlyn.
Jenner. Okay,
Or
so
Bruce Jenner.
Bruce
Bruce
Jenner.
Jenner.
Thank you. So, okay, Bruce, you want to be a woman? Okay, that's on you. But why is it that you want to be a woman and you want this and you want that and nothing that
Hmm.
has to do with the rest of the world? That's your personal choice. Do what you're gonna do. Why
Mhm.
do we need all this extraness to it? I was just like, he did
Exactly.
all of that, and then after all of that rage and complaining and whining about what he need, he becomes Woman of the Year.
And
And didn't even get the governorship that he was running for.
Listen, didn't even get ovaries, okay? He didn't even go and
oh
get
god.
a complete sex change, and he was given
Girl.
Woman
Woman
of
of
the
the year. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
for bravery. What type of
Bravery as a
What?
man.
I mean, men
Mm-hmm.
have been doing
Mm-hmm.
this for years. There have been African American males who have done this for years. What makes you woman of the year? Because you're white?
RuPaul probably was
Like,
somewhere upset.
come on.
Like,
Exactly. And several others. Like, I don't get that. Like, how do you get to leapfrog over others who have been in this struggle far longer than you? Far longer than you. And
What
the
get
only
me
thing that
is
separates you from them is the color of your skin and the fact that you
absolutely.
were an Olympian. You
I
don't get a
just, I'm
pass for that,
overdone with it.
ma'am.
I'm overdone it. And I try to be very lenient to not be annoyed by it because there's so many different people that I know. But even when I talk to them sometimes and they be, oh, such and such and such, I be like, no, slowly roll, slow your roll, slow your roll.
Hmm.
No, we don't need y'all to have that.
No.
Y'all getting too much as it is. Y'all getting way more than the normal, or I shouldn't say normal. Y'all are getting way more privilege and opportunities sometimes than straight people. So can you
what?
just relax for a
No,
moment?
I think being that they want to be women. First of all, I had a good friend, and he was trans, but he just knew. He knew when it was that monthly time, he better be all man, because at that point, I'm all woman. He knew not to play.
Yeah.
But my thing is too, they expect for women to be dogged out all day. But don't you want to be a woman? Didn't you say you was a woman? Now you ain't a woman no more, right? Like they
Mm-hmm.
never. My thing is I don't have a problem, but not one right of ours. They didn't fight for us to get normal pay. I mean everything that's contained in woman rights. Where you at? They think that being a woman just consists of hair, breast, and they think it's like it's the outer cover, it's the inner cover. And
Mm-hmm.
any
Getting that
any
ping.
right, and any rights that we need, like we're the sisterhood. I mean, you
Right.
said so, and we can put up in here Kevin Samuels, Alphas, Manspell, all these different pills. They could dog us out all day. It's okay. But the minute you come for one of them, and you want to walk out. So that's like it's like they all wanted to walk out Netflix. Of all the
Right.
things that been saying about black folks, we ain't never walk out.
Nope. Never.
If
I'm still trying to
anything,
figure out who this black groupie is that's claiming they so upset. I'm like, I don't know this black group. I don't know who these people are talking about they protesting Netflix, but I'm not gonna side with those people nor Dave Chappelle. I know people are like, you should side with him on this. I'm not
I
siding with
I
him
didn't
either.
watch.
I am a black woman and I get tired of hearing bees all day too. So
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't watch
just
it. I
I'm
didn't
on the
watch the
fence.
show that Dave Chappelle did. I'm going to this weekend so I can have an opinion on it for the next time that we all meet in the Queendom. But I just want to say this about Dave Chappelle. He's a comedian, he's an artist. I will grant him some leniency, but at a certain point, you need to understand that Black women have been demarginalized for centuries. And when you take us down a notch and when you say things that you say, it only gives more food for fodder. It only fuels the fact that we are a lesser class in those eyes. Like, hey, we didn't say it. Your comedian black guy said it. He said y'all are less than, so I'm just going with the flow. That's not okay for me. That's not okay with me. You married someone outside of your race. I'm not gonna fault you for it. It's what you
mm-hmm.
want. You love who you love. You like who you like. I'm not gonna fault that. But that does not give you the license to dog us out on a national stage where you, sir, have the mic and you have all the control.
Yeah,
The
but nobody.
industry,
But I must have fell asleep on that part because it did put me to sleep. But but it, but the problem is that why the black women ain't walking out?
because again, we have been groomed, we have been conditioned
Mm-hmm.
to support and defend everything that the black man does.
Mm-hmm.
Because hey, if we don't, then we are called out to the carpet. Why are you not defending him? Like this is your guy. Like we paid for him to come. Like why aren't you guys supporting? Blah blah blah. And so we feel like we have to support, but I'm here to say, like, not all news is good news. Not all comedians are good comedians. Not all things are things that we have to hang our hat on and say, yeah, we put a stamp in the map that this is what we're going to do. Because it's not. And in his case, he had a responsibility to do more for us than he did, and he chose not to.
Mm-mm.
And like I said, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because I'm going to watch it and then develop my own feelings because of that. But I will tell you, as a black woman, I don't like the fact that he constantly dogs us as a race and tells us we need to be okay with that. I'm not okay
I'm
with that.
I'm tired of anybody telling us like today when we was talking about Milk Me's bus.
Hmm.
How do you feel about his bus, Jada?
Meek Mill's
I
bus.
hold on, wait, let me delete my other one. I do not care for it. Um, the thing is, I can't be too mad at Meek. I could be more mad at the women. Y'all made us look like this. Y'all
Mhm.
accepted it. Y'all keep perpetuating it. Y'all allow it for whatever reasons that they have. I don't know. Maybe it's mental, maybe it was financial, whatever the case may be. I could be mad at Meek. I don't even listen to his music, but I could be
No.
mad at Meek. But at the end of the day, these women decided to represent us. And
Mhm.
here we are. You know what I'm saying? Here we are once again looking like a hot mess.
Wi-
Exactly.
with me, it wasn't even about that image. To me, it's about the jigaboo image. We're not okay. We're not jigaboos no more. And then the women that uh they're the women that they're I can see they portray women on a bus looking like that, but them are jigaboos. So that was a deeper meaning behind what he did. Like, how would you like if we put something with a bunch of jigaboos? Remember when y'all had a yes sir, a yes massa, a yes sir, and they had the black face on you, or when they was having the black face on them and made their lips all big and pink, and or their bodies all out of shape. Yeah, yeah, I had a problem with that. It wasn't about the sexy part. I could care less. But my thing is,
Oh,
number
wait,
one, it's on a bus. Number
wait,
two,
wait, real quick. Question. Are we discussing what happened on the bus? Or are we discussing the picture on the bus?
the picture on the bus is his album
The
cover.
painting. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. The album cover painting. Okay.
Oh,
I
hold
thought y'all
on.
were
Yeah.
What
talking
happened?
about the
What
activities
happened on
on
the
the
bus?
bus. The activities on the bus
Oh, no, no,
during
no,
the celebration of what was going to be coming out as music.
no,
Right.
no,
Those were
no,
the
no,
hottie
no.
thottie women that were on the bus.
Oh, no, no,
Because
no.
I
I'm
was
talking
thinking
about
like I was like, huh? The depiction, the what? And I was like, oh, I was like, let me get clarity. Are we talking about the women that were on the bus, the actual party hot girl women, or the actual art stuff? So
the
okay,
art
I
stuff.
think the
okay,
art was disrespectful, in my
yeah,
opinion. I think the art was disrespectful. I think you have a mother, you have a sister, you had a girlfriend who was African American. They all would not be cool with what you're depicting right now. Because what you're depicting is a stereotype. These black women with the big lips, the big butt, all of that stuff. It doesn't sit well in my soul. It doesn't sit well with me to have you put this out there as a narrative of who we are, and that's not who we are. That's not who we are. We may have some of us big lips. We may some of us have a big behind. We may some of us have big breasts, but that's not all we are. We are much more than that. And we had to stop allowing people to depict our persona without our permission. You know what I mean? We've got to stop telling, you got to stop allowing people, not telling people, allowing people to just run roughshod over our narrative because we're not that.
I agree.
We're not that. We are dope women. We are women who are, like I said, captains of our industry, running our own business, doing our own thing, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, we're doing it. And we're out here showing up every single day. How dare you, Meek Mills, diminish our shine, diminish who we are, downplay who we are. We are queens. We have been queens for centuries. And we're gonna
That
keep
part.
we're gonna keep being queens. You're not gonna stop us, no one's gonna stop us.
But it's
This is the queendom.
but it's amazing when I showed. That's when you came. I said, "Give me a second," and it
Mhm.
showed. It's a museum where they have old. The lady went and found a lot of old stuff. So when
Mhm.
they had the guys in the picture standing there, look like the men that was jigaboos. You could see the sharpness on their face. But it was okay to show the females as jigaboos. Not
Absolutely.
to see if you have women on your bus. Well, my thing at the end of the day, why do I? It's like the kids don't have innocence anymore.
No.
and and you can't say no more that it's because of the parenting. Somebody brought up, I don't know who brought it up, but you got it to where we got to sit in the school. They really need, do they need to learn about the history of, no, you cannot give them the history of being gay that go back thousands of years ago. We don't need to go back that thousand of years to find out about all the things that who people who was gay. And no, we don't need a classroom for that. We don't need to,
Right.
we don't, these things we don't need. So to
No.
bring that up like that, that was degrading, because that's how we was depicted from the Caucasian man.
Mm-hmm.
And for us to
Yeah.
think that it's okay to see us as a bunch of buffoons, to me, that was going back culturally.
And you know
Exactly.
what? I do agree with that. Seeing like the album cover, the bust that he put out with some of the
Mm-hmm.
same pictures that were on there. Um, I do get that this all goes back culturally. And at first, when I seen it, I will say that I honestly thought that because it was called expensive pain, that maybe he's trying to actually say something about this. Like these are, you know, this is something that affects us and hurts us. And, when we are behaving like this, acting like this, and this is an expensive thing that we're doing because it's costing us a lot.
Hmm.
Until I'd seen some of that video of that party bus going on,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, okay. So clearly he didn't mean that, because he wouldn't have allowed this to happen. And
Mm-hmm.
clearly these women just don't understand that they're way more. I might be needing to stop saying that. I used to say, um, women are worth so much more. But I guess if you don't see yourself as a woman, you aren't worth more,
Right.
right?
There you go.
Exactly. But I just thought, but even if you was a woman or man, that brought us right on back to the what they call the powdered face, the black face. When I mean, it was just. Now I know a woman artist did it. A woman artist did do the picture, but if you look at a lot of her
Really?
picture, yeah, you got to show it on my. If you got what you got to come to a Sugar Love channel sometime. But
Mm,
Right.
yes, ma'am.
definitely
I love it.
I mean, maybe if Bella can pull up a picture of it really quick.
What we putting up the Meek Mills?
The bus. Hmm. Or the album cover. Yeah.
Yeah, either or, because it's more women on the album cover. I think it's like two women on the
All I was
bus. I think
waiting
that's what
for
I
is
remember.
somebody to throw a pie in one of their face, because that's what girls
Duh.
throw, a pie or baseball or something in our face. You know how many of our black folks got broken teeth because they put our head in a hole as a black face, and they had to throw stuff at our freaking head?
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see.
This light is killing my eye.
What light, hun?
This light. I have this ring light. That's why at first I
Uh,
wasn't even going to be on. But this ring light here,
oh, your ring light.
baby, that thing here is killing
Too much.
these eyes.
All right. So
Chill.
here is the ring light. Here's the Lord, now you got me singing ring light. Here is the
See,
video
that's
album
that's
cover.
see that's the jigaboo.
Hold on, hold on. Let me see. Let me share the screen again.
Y'all can't hear my back massager, can you?
No.
No, but I need one of those. I
I got
need
this at
one.
Home Depot.
Oh,
So it's
really?
it's a weighted back massager with heat on it. It is so awesome.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's
that
awesome, honey.
sounds
But
dope.
I ain't want y'all to be sitting up here if I make like certain faces or something, and y'all
Ah,
be like, I knew that was a vibrator. Nah, baby.
yeah, it's back massager. Let's get it.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
not
the
get it
back massage.
twisted.
Mm.
All right, let me see. I'm trying to see if I can share the whole thing.
Maybe you could just click it.
I did. but
Did
it's
you
just
double?
showing me a little part of it.
Did you double click it?
Let's see. Yeah, I did. It's just
Yeah, I
showing
don't know
me.
why it's doing that.
I don't know why it's doing it.
Try right clicking it, and there should be an option that says Open Image and New Tab.
Let's see. Oop, hold on. Hold on.
Hold, please.
Hold, please. All right. Let's see. Open a new tab.
Wendy, I saw what you said. Get prayer back in school. I could dig that to an extent. To an extent.
Yeah, well, I will tell you. I remember praying in school. I don't know, I'm an old lady, so I remember that. But I
Yeah.
will tell you, it it was a bomb for me. It was something that I look forward to during my school day.
Mm.
Now you
And
see,
To
yeah,
me,
I
I
felt
think, people say bring prayer back in school. I just say bring prayer into your house.
right.
see that's jiggable.
Child.
That's
Y'all see
jiggable.
this y'all see this nonsense. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, honey.
Wow.
This is right here. And I told y'all, I always called him an F boy. I always thought that he was less than. This is what he wants to
That's
depict.
why I literally seen it for the first time and thought this must be an artistic way of saying that we're paying an expensive price that is bad for us because like I thought his little teardrop was like, this is sad. And if
Hmm.
you go up to the oh well, I guess that might be on the bus. One of the girl has a teardrop look, and I was thinking like, oh, okay, so this is like the pain of what it is that we give into all of these luxuries and you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Luxury, money, the gang life, thug looking and all of that, strip club girls. And I thought this was like a statement piece. Not that I approved of it, but I was like, maybe he thought it was a statement piece
right.
until the party bus party. And I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So let me go and look up the party bus so you
Now
guys can
look at the
see the
one.
difference.
Look at the one, the big one. That's like that. Remember that video? What was her name? The one that her butt was big like that, and they put her on again, made her a showpiece.
Hmm.
Sarah,
Oh,
Sarah, Sarah
yeah, what's her last name though? You
Barton,
got it right. It's Sarah
Sarah,
something.
Sarah Barton, or something like that.
Oh
Sarah
wow.
Barton. Sarah Barton. There you go.
And they put her.
Yep,
I
and
mean,
there was
like,
many of women that had that situation going on. Do you
hmm,
know that there are white families right now that still have body parts of black women from before the
yes,
1800s?
yes,
Oh
yes,
wow.
yes, yes.
And they know they
Absolutely.
got it. They just ain't they ain't doing nothing with it. They ain't
Hmm.
tossing it out. They just keeping it. It's like a showpiece still. That is ridiculous.
Wow.
Remember when Nat Turner when they came out with that movie Birth of America and the
Mm-hmm.
family suddenly realized that they had pieces of Nat Turner and they decided to return them to
Yes.
his family. It's
Yes.
like y'all didn't suddenly know that. Y'all been knew that. And
Yeah,
y'all
Exactly.
decided that
you
this
just
was a
didn't
great
want to
time.
succumb to the pressure.
Man, just wanted to have somebody talking about them. It reminds me of like man, Aaliyah's uncle that's over R. Kelly. It's like you
Oh
you
God.
coming out the wet works now. You should have been doing something beforehand, but you're coming out now to soften blows and say how much you love her and how you know the people miss her music and no, you're trying to make money. R. Kelly is officially gone. You have to make more money, so you come out with Aaliyah. These are the different type of things that I think of when people pop up with all of these. You got to be careful what different things they try to sell us black people. I
Yeah.
promise you
Yeah.
that. You have to
Exactly.
be careful what people agendas are when they start giving you good things. And I know we, as a people, because I say this to men often, as a people, we are used to rejection. We are used to being let down. We are used to being punked and played and all of that. And sometimes even by our own skin folks. So I get it. But if no other time when white folks do it, you better pay attention. You need to realize why it is they giving you something. It usually comes with some sort of consequence. It comes with some sort of, making them look good type of thing. Like everybody was thinking like, oh, that was so good that them people found who Nat Turner's family were and gave back parts of his body and oh, that was so beautiful. It took a lot of courage for them to do that. Who told y'all that? They should have been did that. It took a movie. It took the era of social media so you can go viral. And what happened after that? They were funded. I was like, they done kept this man's body for over 100 years. Or
Facts.
yeah, over 100 years. They done kept this man's body for over 100 years and people gave them money.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
Utterly ridiculous. They gave us a whole holiday that we had been celebrating anyway. But they gave us a whole holiday as a what, national, federal holiday?
Hmm.
And at the same time that they did that, they gave all that money to those Asian people and a
Yep.
protection law all at the same time.
Yep. Hey, Beach. Hey, Sora.
Ridiculous. Hello, everyone. Don't be doing that to us, Wendy.
Mm.
Um,
Where my
and
TT at?
hey, Jada, I agree with what you just said and what you said earlier about the LGBT getting more opportunities and privileges. Hell, they get more opportunities than people or a parent who has a kid who is an adult that is autistic or other forms of disabilities. And the reason why I mentioned this is because there are so many people on the autism spectrum with other disabilities that are in their adulthood that don't get an opportunity at work because a lot of jobs denies their application and don't even look
Wow.
through what they are capable of doing. And I kind of had that situation when I first moved here to Arizona, but luckily a science center allowed me voluntarily to work with them to help build my resume, which helped gain the job that I have now. But yeah, uh, people in the LGBT get more opportunities than someone who is autistic or ADHD.
Mm.
Hmm. That's a good
See, and we're
perspective,
not saying
Angel.
that y'all can't have things. What we're saying is it's
Correct.
becoming overwhelming to just
Yeah.
push everything in our face and make us give you
Yeah.
things where some things, in my opinion, you should not have. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I don't think that a man
Exactly.
should be playing on a team with women. I don't think women should be playing on a team with men. I feel the same aspect because some people be like, oh, but you would want that in a different way. No, not really. I did play football with the boys, and I still think that women and men should be in their own brackets.
Mm-hmm.
Still, it's something different about that. I seen the guy that they were talking about that dunked over all of those girls. And then they like, oh, he MVP. He should. That
Duh.
Yeah.
man, he was 6'4". I think it was like
Huh?
6'4", 6'7". One of those two. And
So
he dunking
basically, you
over these
towered
women
over them. So it was an unfair advantage from the beginning.
from the beginning. Like,
No,
what are you talking about?
they
Oh, they
even want
UFC
the
fighter.
beauty pageants and everything. I'm like, damn.
Listen, the
But they
guy
don't want
who
but
fought
they
the
don't
woman as a UFC fighter and
World
the
Cup
girl
fight.
lost,
Mhm.
and people were like, "Man, she got smashed on, and she lost," and it's like, yeah. y'all did realize she was fighting a whole man, right?
Right.
Exactly.
And they're
And
like,
not
no, she should have been able to beat him. That was a whole man.
Right.
and then
So
again
it was unfair from the beginning
and then
to
again,
let it go.
what women causes do they fight for? Now they will make two women fight. That's about it. But fighting for one of our causes, never. They're not. They don't even. They don't.
I will say this. I don't want it to say that I don't know that I've heard of some who have during the women's movement. I have heard that there were some men who lived as women who
Mm-hmm.
were involved in that movement. I
Mm-hmm.
just want to say that because there's at least two of them, and that
I got you. I got you.
mhm,
At least
there's
two
at
of
least
them.
two
Yeah.
of them, that I am for sure that was involved in the time. But
Even the domestic violence, I'm like, they don't stand up for that. I mean, whatever our causes is and our problem is, we so it's still you're still separating yourself from us
It's
because
still
you're
separate,
supposed
not
to be part
equal.
of us, right? If you are a
Mhm.
woman, then everything we going through, besides real stuff, you should be going through. It should not be a
Right.
thing that you want us to call you a woman, but when it come down to certain things, like okay, now we can't call you now. Like we
see,
Mm-hmm.
don't see
this
you.
is exactly why I don't like the whole um colored people movement, or the women of not women, excuse me, the people of color, which consists of everybody that's just not white, technically.
Hmm.
Everybody
Right.
who's just not white, because sometimes they will mention that Asians are involved in it because some Asians are not exactly whitish looking. And it's like, no, listen, we got to learn to separate ourselves and move our own movement.
Mm-hmm.
Since NAACP can't do it, Black Lives Matter can't seem to do it, because
Mm-hmm.
all of these foundations are started off of blackness. It
Yeah.
started off of our hard work, our struggles, our pain, and all of our mad hours, all of our funded money. But
I
then
mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're always led by non-black people with their own agendas for other
yeah.
races and other sexual preferences.
But
And it's like,
when you add up our free labor, right, and then after that you add up our underpaid money, and then you add in our early music from I just say our music period.
Mm-hmm.
There is no amount to a money that they can say that they can say that we didn't put into this United States. Because you
Mm-hmm.
gotta
and
remember, a
most
lot of us
will.
got jerked. The companies sat up there and took all the money. The artists did not get it. So
Right.
there is no amount of money they could say, well, hey, we that's how much we contribute to the United States.
Hmm.
Free
And
labor.
still contributing, because if it was not for them
Hmm.
giving a lot of black people this money, they gave it to everybody. Let me make that statement. They gave it to everybody. But if they had not gave us pandemic unemployment for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
then the US would have had a big issue financially, because they would not have been able to sustain if we all didn't have enough money to throw out into these companies. I had to continuously tell people, like, listen, they opening up the barbershops and stuff like that to get y'all out here because they need to make money. It's like our own black people, no, they open it up because they need money in their house. I'm like, listen, somebody got to pay them building bills and them taxes and stuff
Mm-hmm.
that's coming up. And we don't own them buildings. Y'all
But
keep talking about all of these different places. I'm like, but y'all don't own the building. They own the building and they got money that they need to pay at the end of the month. So, in order for them to make money, they have to open up your barbershops. They got to open up your beauty stores, all of that, in order to get the money that they're now going to give you so you can flush back out into the world. And then I told them, you're going to look up and they are going to be trying to hit you with that same money by next year. Here it is, it's next year, and it's all these people who are talking about how the US got all this money that they want them to pay back from pandemic unemployment, even though they told them Even if you didn't have a job and you were a gig worker, all you got to do is just prove that you were a gig worker.
Yeah, but because of
Mm.
all the fraudulent cases, they want the regular ones to. Nobody told y'all to offer it to everybody without some real proof that they had a business, the PP loan.
So
That's
that
not the
that right there,
that
that's
was
the
real.
PPP. I'm talking about the PUA, the pandemic
Hmm.
unemployment for the people who were
Yes.
gig workers, not business owners, not trying to start a business. These were people who were gig people. They went, did
Hmm.
comedy somewhere, they made T-shirts somewhere. These were gig workers, and now they're telling the gig workers that's not enough proof for them because they don't know what the banking is like. So now they've decided, well, all these people are acting like they were getting paid for something. So we need to see what it is with the money going in and the money going out. When did it ever become okay for the government to be able to go into your personal accounts to find out how much money you got? And then because they could not do it completely for those who are like sole proprietorships, which is mostly everybody who's a gig worker, right?
Hmm.
You are the sole person that's doing everything. So if you're a sole person, you still have to have your account being done too.
Well, they're doing that now. They're getting ready to now take the donations that you get from PayPal and Cash App. That I mean, we already know got to be reported, but
Yep,
now
all of that has to be reported now.
they I'm like it's a donation. It's a gift, but now they want part of that,
Yep,
and
they're trying their best.
That's Biden and doing. I mean, I don't even forget about that
That's
subject.
absolutely Biden.
I
That's
was
that's
Hmm.
his administration.
yeah, I
Hmm.
was going to say something totally different, but I am not going to mess up our algorithms. Not going to mess up
Uh-oh.
the algorithm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Algorithm.
Yeah, this ain't my channel. I can't give you the permission, child. But if you want to type it in the private chat,
Well, you know what I'm talking about when I said Biden and what is mandated or you can't go into restaurants or whatever.
yeah, yeah. I'm I will say shout out to all the people who are not giving in to
Yes.
not getting the jab. If you do not want to get the jab, whether you are an anti-vaxxer or whether you're just a person who is not sure and ready to even get something like that right now, you are being cautious. Shout out to y'all, and even shout out to the people who went and got it. I don't care either way.
Yeah,
Um,
but it's messed up because now even children like my son can't be on the team, or you can't sit in a restaurant, or like you didn't have it mandatory. That let me tell you something. For another group
better
of
get that
people,
card.
when they mandated masks and stuff, one group of people like F that, nope, they ain't do absolutely nothing.
Hmm.
And I
Those
guarantee
pale faces.
and I guarantee you they could be able to sit in any restaurant they want to.
Exactly.
But you know what? Here's a twist, and I hadn't mentioned this to anybody, but I'm gonna ask y'all if y'all understand this little twist. All of these mandates are stopping people who do not want to get the jab, right? And so they're saying that the most people who don't want to get the jab, even though we know pale faces don't want the jab either, they're saying it is non-white people, right? All of the other different races who they say majorly works at the hospitals and all of the labor jobs. Let's just say it that way. All the labor jobs, airports, and all of that. And then you notice that they are hiring people at higher rates. I mean, at McDonald's in Atlanta, they were anywhere from 27 to $32 an hour.
But look at all
Talking
the
a manager
people.
job. So I'm wondering if this is just a cleansing of jobs so that they can hire in pale skinned people at these other different rates, and then that way they are holding all of the jobs that they couldn't get before,
Mhm.
all of the jobs that they were not able sometimes to get before, especially if somebody was already a tenure at the job. So, you got all of these black people who are working at the airports for a while now. And now some of them are deciding to leave their jobs because of the mandates. Within who comes in to get those jobs?
Look what they did to Kyrie Irving, the
Yeah,
basketball player who played for Brooklyn. Now they have decided, and I just really think that's crazy because on the flip side of that coin, a lot of places that have majority of people who have it done now more cases they got even more cases with them even having a mandate. So now
yeah,
so even though I got this done because you told me I'll be good, but now you got even more cases because they got comfortable coming out without a mask and stuff like that. Or I'm vaccinated, I'm vaccinated. Oh Lord, it's not algorithm. I'm sorry. I'm mandated. I'm mandated. I'm mandated. But now look at all the cases that popped up now after they received the mandate.
right. Yeah. Yep, it's very interesting to watch different things go down. It's like so many different people that I know that have been part of the people who have quit different stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Shout out to you. And at the same time, get out here and try and figure out what it is that you can monopolize on yourself. Because when they allow y'all to come back without having to have the jab, they're not gonna pay y'all as much as the people who took your jobs over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think y'all kind of set up for the okie doke,
Well,
even though,
it's always been like that anyway.
yeah, I think it's a
It's
setup,
always
and
nothing
that's why
new.
they be like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, and stirring all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't care. Let those pale faces do what it is they're going to do because there is a reckoning. There's a coming of a time, and I'm not too much worried about it.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want people to know that they need to be ready. One of the things we do not do as a people, we are not ready. We do not plan. We are not. It used to be a time where we were. Like literally black people had food stocked up and everything, cleans and surprise. We used to be like that. That's not just southern people. We used to be a people
Yeah.
who were always prepared more than the other folks. And somehow Corona taught me, or excuse me, dang it,
I
the
know,
vid,
right?
yeah, yeah, the vid taught me that our people are not as ready as I thought that they were actually being, at least a little bit. So, folks, get ready because I don't want to get too deep into it on Bella's channel because I know this is about the Queendom and all the other stuff. But get ready. No matter what race you are up in here, get ready. Just be ready, be prepared. I'd hate to see in a couple of years that some of us that have sat here right now enjoying each other are struggling off of some basic necessities. Um, so get ready. I mean, Dollar Tree is no longer the Dollar Tree, child. Get ready.
I agree with
So
you there, Jada.
yeah, you got to. I mean, me and my mother, before I left, I went to go to the dollar stores and stuff. Dollar store, Dollar General, and I went and stocked up on different stuff because I know I'm planning on going back to Detroit. So I'm stocking up on all sorts of stuff to take back because I ain't gonna make it in time for when the dollar store. I think the dollar stores went up last Thursday. I think that's what the lady was telling me. So I think, but I got awesome for days. I got awesome for days. I got tissue. I got perishables and all of that just to make sure that, every place that I got to be at is stocked. Um, my daughter knows our our fail safe plan. Teacher kids. Let them know that stuff can happen and get them prepared just in case it does. It's nothing like looking up and y'all don't have no plan. It's families that don't even have a plan for fire safety. I didn't realize that black people stopped teaching their kids about fire safety.
Wow.
We got to do better. We just out here living day by day, and that is not a successful way to live. It's a pre-planning to this life. So just get ready, folks. Get ready. Get ready. You said you have not gotten a jab, but I'll have to make a decision because if I don't, money will be left on the table. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I am seeing what was that other place? Walmart. Walmart is hiring at a healthy 20 something plus dollar rate and they ain't even want to pay y'all $12. So baby, the money is there. And I don't want to talk anybody into it because see, I ain't get the jab. And I ain't getting the jab. Call me what you want. I'm an
Get out.
anti-vaxxer. I am an
Out.
anti-vaxxer, honey. I don't take any vaccines. So this was before pandemic.
Try to get out.
I don't take any of them. So my thought is you can consider me an anti-vaxxer, at least until y'all can prove that this is something that is really helping. If it's really helping because of the severity of different things, I might get it. I might, but right now it's too early. And I've seen too many different things happen to the people that are closest to me after taking this vax, and I'm not down with the program. So it won't be me. Um,
Me neither.
Now it won't be me, but I'm not going to tell you that if you can be swayed either way, don't leave that money on the table. If you okay with it, go get it and go get this money. Go get this money because guaranteed, what they start off paying you, they can't go lower. They can't go lower. So you know what I'm saying? The only time they go lower is before they hire you. They can't drop your wage. So, just do what it is that you have to do for you. And that's all I can really tell anybody. Do what it is that you have to do for you. I know people are taking it because of loved ones or they're scared of different things. And I'm not mad at you. I'm not going to call you a sheep for it or nothing of that. I'm just going to tell you, just don't talk yourself into doing it out of fear. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it out of fear because fear causes for bad selections. So don't do it out of fear.
And,
Um
and don't talk me into doing it because
no,
I'm not nobody test dummy.
no, I'm not. I could not fathom doing it. I don't even do regular vaccines and you want me to try this here? After all the stuff that y'all talking about? No. No, I'm going to have to pass on that. But I tell you what I will try. I heard there's some good peen going on out in this world nowadays. I'll try that one day. I'll be 42. I know, I just switched it up. I didn't want it to get too serious on this. So I did something retarded. I said something retarded. I know. I know. But I'm going on 40 in January and I plan on finally getting some. I ain't even got no more in here. Look at that. That's
Well, shut. You gotta start singing that song. My pussy better than yours. And
girl, look, I heard that song and I listened to them lyrics. Homegirl said
I gotta
you
play it.
could put it in the bud and she want to
I'm
make bubbles with the cup. I was like, oh, I'm so happy I didn't say I was gonna sing this song. Uh,
I ain't mean all the words in the song, but that part of the song.
oh
Cause
yeah, part of the song is lit. Part of the song is lit. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Um, excuse, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. What are you doing awake? Don't y'all hate when the children all of a sudden want to be awake? What is she doing
mhm,
awake? She got a whole curfew, honey. Curfew was over an hour and 45 minutes ago. She been so silent. She been so quiet.
that's what
Why
they
she
do,
keep trying
girl.
to do that? I don't know what it is, but lately when I get on the live, I guess I be talking, so my daughter be trying to be like, okay, well maybe I got some extra time to be awake. Cause it's the third time she done did this in a row. And as soon as I asked her what she doing awake, now she turning off stuff and quiet. Child, look, I heard her giggle so hard. All I heard was, "What is you doing? What is you playing, girl? If you don't go to sleep, stop playing with me." So,
Yeah,
uh,
but you gotta sometime find some joy in some of everything because we got so many bad things that happen to us in this day and
that's true.
time. I'm gonna find joy. That's like some people like when I have my real good. That's why I said, listen, it's different levels to my channel. It's different
Yeah.
levels. You don't have to be in every show. Pick the show that's good for you. But I can't stay one way. Some people's pages is just one way. I'm like, listen, I already have two pages, but I still
Mm,
have to express. I have
express
to
yourself.
get. I have to have my fuckery mornings and fuckery my fuckery nights, and they're like, "Oh my god, oh I can't. This ain't for me." Yeah, it is for you. Everything you say that's not for you, it is for you because that's education too. You need to know what's going on. Yeah, they
Mm,
ghetto, but that's why. And this is what I tell people. People like that is why these intellectual hustlers. That's what let these intellectual hustlers in into our communities because y'all got so sedity, y'all got so educated, y'all left us.
mm,
So
mm.
now these hotep hustlers and all these different hustlers now and a lot of them are smarter than them anyway because a lot of them sat in jail for so long they had nothing else to do but read books, right? They
Yeah.
had, they had 21 hours out the day, 23 hours out the day to do it.
Here we go. Look at Meek Mill. Meek Mill used the bus that was supposed to be used to free his well-educated self, right? That bus was the bus they used to say justice for Meek and stand with Meek and he an educational brother. He's smart and all this other stuff. He for the people. And now that very same bus is repainted with half-naked women on it, bending over, booty cheeks, pink dots, and nipples.
Yeah, being like big bugaboo, bigaboo. Well, my thing is that's why I don't know if you know that's how we got the polites and the um the um the young pharaohs and all them because they was bringing that information which you could look in besides they scamming and stuff. Some of the information you can look it up. Damn, it's right there. Some of them made you go look up the information, but they was really
Yeah.
scamming because our intellectual people so quick to go, oh, that's not for me, or oh, that's so ghetto. So guess what? The ghetto, a lot of people in the ghetto are smarter than you because they did hit us with the intellectual, but they didn't. We just still got scammed. They just found out that's just a new scam. It's called intellectual scam now. But that's
Listen, that has been an intellectual scam since the 1945, honey. And
hmm
I have told my mother many a times, and some people might be getting ready to get mad at me, but here it is. I'm like, y'all was scammed by folks like Dr. Martin Luther King. I don't
hmm
know what y'all was thinking. He made y'all docile. He made y'all, and even in the end, he let us know, he realized he did it the wrong way. But he
Yep.
was also being led by people who ran the NAACP who was not for us, but we thought that that was our organization that was looking out for us. And then we realized, after the 1990s that they were part of a lot of different scams and issues and,
Yep.
people who were being paid by the feds.
Yeah, but that's because if they left instead of building up the communities, they wanted to disassociate themselves with us so they can get invited to all the good parties, as what they
Yeah,
call.
they just, it's all
They wanted,
about them.
yeah. So being that y'all left the community, so now these brothers coming in, the earth, the gods, the Israelites,
It's
anything.
it's the same. It's
Mm-hmm.
the same thing. It's the same thoughts. I mean, Jesse Jackson is another one. Al Sharpton is another one. All of these people jump up. to act like they are the saviors of our people when really they just want the clout and the cash.
No, really,
That's
that's that damn boule that doing what they supposed to be doing.
right. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like when what's that guy who said he was gonna do a school? Dr. Umar, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, now y'all don't see this man right here playing y'all. I could feel it in the air when he first came out. I was like, oh, okay, you know, a little educated brother, he talking some good stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
then as time go by, I was like, oh no, what's going on here?
Pay the hustlers.
Like, y'all ain't recognizing this. And then that's when I got introduced to it wasn't on YouTube though, but it was different people who were a bunch of Hotep folks. And allow me to say, I know people are speaking, you know, ooh, I hate them Hotep Negroes and all this other stuff. Everybody ain't bad. Everybody ain't bad. Because allow me to say, if I was closest to anything, I'm a Hotep. If I was closest to anything, I'm a Hotep. But I just don't, I don't mingle with them on social media wise because some of them don't sit right in my spirit when I listen to them. I never
Mm-hmm.
agreed with a lot of the stuff that young Pharaoh would say in his deliverance. I thought it was crazy. I was like, y'all sit and listen to this guy all day?
And now
You
look,
think
he
you're
done flew over the
kidding.
cuckoo's nest.
Them flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Went over
I'm
there.
like, if you a real hotep, you can notice that energy from the beginning. It takes you only a couple of times, and you like, oh yeah, that brother is on the wrong energy. Why did it take folks so long with polite? My first two videos of him, I was like, oh,
Oh,
something
you
wrong
got
with
a
that
page?
dude.
Oh,
You say who?
you got a page?
What a channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a channel. I just don't be on it. Life has me too busy to be on the camera, and I know y'all be wanting to see my face. That's what. If I could just
Well,
get
I don't
on
show mine
as a
because
speaker face,
no,
you say who?
I keep my speaker face because I'm in and out my chair too much. So
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want
what I'm
y'all to keep.
saying.
No, I keep my face just like that. I don't. Now, when in the beginning, I was like, no, I'm gonna show my face, but then I'm like, then you keep getting up and down, up and down, up. That don't look nice. So I
I gotta
chose.
get up. I gotta do
No,
stuff.
I keep the
I be
face
having
there.
a baby next to me sometimes, and you know I don't put other people's kids. I do put my own
No,
on
then you
YouTube. So
keep the what's it called? But I did my videos on polite. I did it with the Inkies. They going at each other, and then with the Sonetta and the
yeah,
Haka Bay. Oh my god,
all that
And
stuff is crazy, ain't it? I'm
that's
like,
what we were supposed to be talking about. I've been blowing their I've been blowing their ass up. Stop playing
mm.
with me. I've been blowing them out the damn water.
Listen, I had a brother tell me, leave this for the brothers to handle because I said something about polite and young Pharaoh. What has it been? Almost 2 years now.
Hmm.
And I'm like, I don't understand what. But the brothers told me, leave it to the men. Let the men check the men. And I'm like,
And,
okay, all
and we
right. And then
we
I
still
looked
waiting.
over and they still hadn't checked into him. By the time I
Still
heard
waiting.
about Polite, I was like, wait, Polite was still able to be out here doing what he was doing? I
Yup.
thought you said y'all was gonna handle that.
Yup.
Y'all
Exactly.
didn't handle that. So I was like, you know what? See, that's why I don't mingle with y'all. And again, I be wanting to say Hotep folks, but it's not all Hoteps. I don't want people to have a bad feeling about, people who believe in the Hotep nature and everything like that.
That's why.
Everybody,
That's why I
skin
put.
folks ain't kin folks. So there's a deceitful person in every group of nature everywhere. So just know that. Nobody is pure. There are going to be a couple of bad seeds amongst the good.
But that polite, he done woke up everybody from the dead. Hey, everybody, I ain't see freaking Ink in a long time. I haven't seen Tahaka Bay in a long time. Seeing more Captain Tazariak. I'm like, well, then he done woke even the other guy from the older guy. Oh, damn, whatever his name is, whatever I'll think of it when I get to it. But
Yeah,
I'm
I don't know all of the YouTubers, so yeah, I don't
no,
know.
but this was in that circle, and then
Okay.
Unk and all the rest of them, Unk, Shaka Owen. I said, well, damn, I ain't hear from y'all in
Oh,
years.
Shaka Amos.
I'm like, it's probably, I see why y'all kept polite in because he brings y'all in money. Like he's bringing y'all every
Yes.
every he bring and then Nature Nut. They owe him. Nature Nut and Fowler wants to be polite so bad. So
Mm.
they glad his ass might be gone. They're really glad.
Oh,
But
what did he do? He done did something? You said nature who?
Nature Nut, but they really the Nature Boy. We all got different.
Oh, I think I've heard of Nature Boy before. I think I've seen him before. That's the older guy, right?
No, he's the one that went to the island. He's the running that damn cult.
Oh, that's the guy with the dreadlocks?
He ain't
Or
got
not the
dread.
dreadlocks, excuse me, the locks.
He ain't got him no more.
Oh, okay.
He the one be beating them girls, all his wife ass and shit.
Yeah, the one with the 80 million girlfriends. Okay, listen. Let me see if I can pull this up. Can I share this with you? Let
Mm-hmm.
me see if I can share this because just today, now there was a guy. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up. What is? Can I send this to you, Brown Girl Belly, and you can break it up? Did she come back yet?
No.
Okay,
What's it
man.
about?
Okay, it's about an ex of mine who I can always sense when he's thinking about me, okay? So there are abilities that I have that have been passed on by my great grandmother, right? So I have certain abilities and I could always sense him when he's concerned about something, right? So I hit him up and I was letting him know, like, I was in the bathtub, I had my eyes closed, and I feels like you summoned me. And that was after he accepted my friend request because I had not talked to him. And so I was letting him know that is the reason why. And he was like, yeah, he was like, I tried to text your old number. And I looked at it later, but nonetheless, he was talking about how he had two wives and he was saying that he was looking for a third to match who I was because that's what he was doing with his first and his second wife. And I was sitting up here thinking like, hey, you could have just married me and been simple. And he's like, but and I'm trying to match what my brothers and them got. They got these
Mhm.
different wives and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm
Well, you
like,
keep that
so are you?
poly, but the new poly is pimping. You know that, right?
Hmm. Tell
No,
it.
I'm like, I know you ain't trying to approach me
Pimp
seriously
me.
about being no number three. And he was like, well, I know you want be one, but would you at least just be in my life?
Mm-mm.
I'm like, that sounds like the same thing, bro. I'm
Trying to
like, I
pick
don't know
me
how
out.
you got lost in the sauce because I taught you better than this. I have been grooming him again, y'all. I'm 39. I have been grooming him since we were 20.
Mm.
So what happened after I let him go maybe about 2 years ago? And I wasn't dating him no more. I had been let him go, but I mean like let him go out of my life like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm just like, I know he not thinking that I'm going to be one of them. I'm like, is that really why you summoned me? And he was like, I was thinking about it. I was scared to ask you, but since you here, I'm like, sir.
Wow.
Sir, I don't know if you thinking that I done fell in deep with these people, but no,
No, no, absolutely not. Keep
absolutely not.
that
If you
shit.
want me to be one of yours, then I want your brother to be one of mine.
Hello?
What? What you say? That ain't how we roll it. Oh,
Mm.
that sounds like that offended you. Just
Hmm.
like you tried to offend me. He was like, I wasn't gonna ask you to be a wife. I just need you to be around. Oh my
Wow.
God, sir. If that don't sound like the same thing.
You want me to be around to do what?
Be
You want
his
me to be around
concubine.
behaving. Yeah, he wants me to behave as his woman, but I don't have to marry him. So I can still, what he
But
was saying, like,
they can't marry him neither. So what's your point?
right.
Only
That's what I'm
one
like.
Mhm.
can.
I don't understand if you thought I was just fell into being one of these people after a while. I'm not like them. I might be a submissive woman and all of that, but no, I have not fallen into being like some of these women nowadays. I'm not going for it. And he like, I got land, I got this, I got that. I'm like, don't care nothing about that. Now,
Mhm.
you about to get deleted and blocked. Now, I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice. I felt like you summoned me for something. And
Yeah,
if I
okay.
had known this is what it was,
Mm.
I let him
Wow.
go because he took on um he had a ex-wife already and he was
Mm.
trying to get another wife, which he would have gone on to his second wife. And when we talked one day, he said he was thinking about bringing on his first wife back into his life as one of his wives. And I was like, what? I was like, oh no. I was like, you done fell into that type of energy. I knew it was a reason why I wasn't talking to you much no more. And he
Oh
was like, but I
man.
can do all of that. But, I will say, I guess he can take care of these women. I'm happy he ain't busting out a bunch of children.
Well,
But
that's not if the way they I'm telling you, that's the new pimping game. So maybe they're taking care of him. You gotta make sure. And
no, he's
now
taking care of them. He's taking care of them. He has the land and the properties and stuff for them. And he treats them good. And I
that
get
don't
it.
mean he not making them work.
Oh, that's what I was about to say. I was about to say I get it, but I'm pretty sure it's not as cute as it may look. The
Wow.
day you come in the house and you hit on me for something, and he says he doesn't. He say he doesn't do that, and I can believe that. But it ain't like these women aren't so um
But a lot of women they doing
they
now,
so
they
cultish. You know what I'm saying? That they take anything.
no, but it's not that, but they're grooming us back into polygamy, which I'm like, they're talking about that's our culture. I'm like, no, no, it's not. You ain't never been to freaking Africa to know. For matter of fact, you don't even know what freaking part of Africa. That's why I don't do the Hotep brothers, and that's why I never went to African studies. So I'm like, what does African studies mean? What
Oh,
does
I
it mean?
definitely took African studies in college.
I didn't go because I'm like, no, what does it mean when it's a whole freaking continent? You're going to teach me about one part, two part? No, how many continents? I mean, how many places, how many countries, or whatever you want to call it? And then you have to teach me, no, the main thing they teach you about is freaking Egypt, Egypt
Mm.
or Nigeria. It's more. What if I want to learn about or if you about South Africa? What if I want to learn about Liberia or some other place? So you can't say African
Zambia, any
studies.
of those, yeah.
You just can't say African studies. You gotta say like Egypt studies or Nigerian studies because it's the whole thing. Everybody, it's too many different cultures in Africa for me to sit up there and pick the one you want to pick for me. And then there's too many people going about that's our ancestors. No, they're not. You don't have no freaking idea. And in America, they didn't live like that, and you ain't have a bunch of wives in America. You was good. You was happy if you was able to have a wife in America when we first got here. Quick as they
Let alone multiples.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I don't subscribe to the thought, but I will say, and I believe I've said it on this channel before, if I could have brother husbands, I would. I
I
would, and it sounds just like sister wives. So I'm not talking about like two brothers. I'm
Right.
talking about two
brother
men that
husband.
would allow
Yeah.
me to have them as my husbands.
Yes, ma'am. I totally agree.
I'm looking for brother husbands. What you doing out there, Paul? Paul, you trying to be a brother? Oh, I was just joking. I just happened to see the name pop up in the chat. But yeah, yeah. I'm not subscribing to being no extra wife.
Now I can't subscribe
Yes.
to nothing. I'm too much of a free spirit. So and then I like
Yeah,
to do what I want to do. That's why I thank God I'm like that. So I never had to join gangs and all that. I ain't know.
I know that's right.
Or maybe when you come from a strict
say that.
childhood, when you come from a strict childhood, who the hell wants somebody to continue? I don't want to continue getting orders for the rest of my life. Hold up. No, I'm not joining
Mm.
nothing. You ain't gonna tell me when to roll out. Oh, you gotta do this for the family. No, I want to be able to go. I want to go. I want to walk on the block that I want to walk on. And then I already had a hard childhood. Damn me, still getting order. When I had arguments, now one guy left my channel. That's his business. So they kept talking about the men and the women. I say name one. I said I can name one that we always had y'all back. When
Mhm.
did y'all ever, what cause did we ever have that you guys had our back? They went into everything but name. Well, we did it as a general for our people. No, that's not the question. I can name you one. We had y'all back when it was time for you guys to vote. Remember, women was not allowed to vote. It was only men.
Man.
Again, tell me what cause we ever. So then y'all mad because we went with the feminism, the feminists, because y'all didn't have our back for nothing.
Mhm.
And they could not give me answer. The homeboy got mad. I'm like, and then they want to come up here and give you a bunch of say, I know that's not, none of that is the question. Give me a time in American history that women ever had a cause that you had our backs the way we had y'all. No
Mm.
answer. Then I said, how would you feel if you're being born? Now you're raised by your mother, you're raised by your father, you're chastised by your mother, your father, your grandparents, times four, if they all still living, and then your mother's side and your father's side, your aunts and your uncles. So then now you're grown. Now, how would you feel like now you still can't be grown because now you got to be raised by your husband again? I'm like, well, goddamn, wasn't we raised enough? What point do women ever get to be grown here?
Hmm.
I
I
said,
tell you,
how would you feel if that was done to you? They couldn't answer that question either. So I'm just saying, when do women stop being raised? You've been raised since a child. Now we got to get with a man. Now we got to get groomed. Now we got to follow their lead. And now they got to teach us. Now we got to learn what the fuck what did we do in these last past 18 years? I mean, at some point in time, that's why I be like, yo, good, better y'all than me. I'd rather be alone. Because all this keep raising us. I'm like, well, damn. Well, the man is the head of the household. The man is this, that. Man, go ahead with that. I ain't get out of jail.
okay with the head. I don't really see it as I'm being raised by a man.
No, we are.
I don't
Anytime
it,
they tell you to be submissive and they the head of the household and they tell you what to do, you're still being raised.
no, I don't see it that way. Not for me. I mean, I can be submissive without being told everything that I got to do.
No, the
Those,
way
those
they're
are two
trying
different
to
things for me.
no,
I can have a choice. When I was with my mother, a lot of times those that was not a choice. You just did what you were supposed to do, or you will go get knocked upside the head with something. So, and I don't see that same dynamic when I think about a man. And it,
mm,
again, to each his own.
in
I'm
these
not saying
religions,
that's for you.
in
I'm
these
saying on like
religions,
my end, I don't see it that way.
in these religions, that's what they are doing. They're still raising the woman. I'm like, well, goddamn, because now, he's telling her about the finances, when to jump, when not to jump. When I'm like, no, 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 no,
Okay, so
not
you're
this.
talking about like the Hotep and them guys.
That's globally. Hey, Jessica. Jessica. Matter of fact, Jessica was on the show. She'll tell you. I asked them questions, and not near one time could nobody answer that question. They went around the bush. They went everywhere, every single where. But
I
but
can
the talk.
definitely feel you on the part of when have they completely had our back on something? Because I told a guy that for us,
Both
I don't feel
questions,
like
Jessica.
men have had our backs
Ever,
ever.
ever,
Ever. And I
ever,
mean, you went
ever.
back to those days. I want to go all the way back to slavery.
No,
Why
but
were we allowed to be done the way we were by these
they didn't have
pale
no say
skins,
so.
and they didn't take our back. They allowed
But
uh,
remember, I
uh
had plenty.
inappropriateness
Yeah,
nature
but they would have been.
in our
They would,
wombs.
but they would have been hung the same way. But my thing is,
Here's the
we
thing:
it
if
wasn't
they
about
were to
taking it back.
be hung for taking up for us instead of sitting off to the side, not doing anything.
Yeah, but if they
That
wasn't
that's a
hung,
detriment.
if they wasn't hung, they was beat. But at that point, they was using the men to. They needed the black men to produce more babies, but so they can get
And that is
more
true.
supply. But my
But
thing
even go
was,
further than that, then.
no,
Go further than that.
but it wasn't about how far I can go. The point was when I asked the men on the panel, give me one example. That was just an example. I can take it back
Right,
further too. I said,
right,
really?
right.
They was like, well, it's too many. Okay, can you just name one? I'm gonna give you one, and now you give me one. So we could take it back, but I just wanted pick any time, pick any date, pick any time. Just give me one example. Give me one example that we had a cause or something that happened to us. Like even when we had the riots, Martin Luther King was a man. And then nobody didn't think about having the women back when they thought they was giving us protection, but our houses were still bombed. Our kids
Uh-huh.
still our kids still got killed in them churches when they threw them bombs in the churches. So name one time. Now he could have said, well, we had a part to play in with what is it, Angela Davis when she went to Cuba. That he could have said, but I'm talking about us as a whole entire group of women. They have never, we can name countless times because they haven't gotten anywhere without us having their back and without our kids dying, without us. We got sprayed by the door. All this was for you guys. Because I said, then the third thing I said to them, I said, when we first got here, we was three-fourths as a citizen. I mean, as a human being. You know how that feel just as well we know how that feel. When you wasn't even looked up as a human being, a cattle, a pig life was worth more than yours. So
Absolutely.
why is it okay that women are still being treated like that when out of everybody else in America, you know what that feels like. You think they will have us to a higher standard or at least treat us as an equal, but you're trying to make it seem like submissive. I don't even believe in being submissive. I just believe in being a good woman. You my man, I'm gonna take care of you with my rules and boundaries though. But I can work around that. You just gotta know how to cook. I'm not doing these things. But if you just a good woman. A good woman take care of her man. And my thing is sometimes all men can't lead. But I'm like, why do y'all sit up there and treat us the same way? Y'all continuing to treat us the same way the white man treated us as three-fourths as a human, and then you want to put it on us like they says, oh well, every time the main argument, well, food stamps and public assistance. So you trying to tell us we got rid of the men out their own house? Because obviously, I don't know how it was their house and they got put out. If they had a job and they was head of the household, how can you kick them out for food stamps? I mean, but that's just they went to child support. Child support ain't had nothing to do with black women. They didn't put that in order for us. I mean, well, y'all was just as broke as us. Child support that was put in for the Caucasian, and a man did that. A woman didn't do that. A man did that. A man lawyer, a man judge, whose daughter probably got done dirty, whose daughters was getting done dirty, but they didn't want to say that, so that's where that came from.
Yeah, because child support definitely wasn't built for black women. So that's definitely a pale face thing that came along, and that was to help women who decided, the feminist women who decided to leave their husbands and go out there and go for what they know. But it
Oh
was hard, and
no,
so
Jessica. Jessica
you
said,
say
"Oh,
who?
Now I was reading Jessica. Oh, when black men help solely black women. Yeah, the men defaulted to the random topics and didn't answer the question because they can't. Then she said, "No, we're not going. We're not having a topic over again. We just when you came
Yeah.
in the room, I was just saying when I was asking them questions to prove that I asking them questions. She was in the room, and they wouldn't even let Jessica. Jessica could never even finish her daggone sentence. Real heavy topic. Good night, ladies. I have too many thoughts on that. Food stamps are provided to white women, and child support was not created for black women. Men just like to blame exactly, but they like that's why I be going after they behinds. That's all I do all day long. I go after they behinds. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that. Sometimes behinds need to be got. So I ain't mad at that.
Girl,
I
now if you
just
could have come, I
I
wish you
I
need to
believe in all
help
accountability,
me
so
slay. Now I need for you to come help me slay them. It's
it just
always Egypt
depends.
or
It just
Nigeria.
depends
Thank
because
you.
you
Thank you.
as you heard, I am a woman who does not have a problem with submission.
That's true.
So it's just because I see submission in a different way. Like you said, you plan on being a good woman to your man. To me, being a helpmate is submissive. So
Honey, I give them king status. Please, they leave. They got to come back because I may not be submissive, but what I do, and it has nothing to do with XEX. What I do, they like, damn, because I put you on king status. Because if I'm a queen, you a king.
no, again, I don't doubt it. I'm
Right?
saying
I'm
to
not.
me, you plan on being a good woman to your man. To me, that sounds like a helpmate. And if you're a helpmate, you are submitting to doing certain different things. So
Well, am
I
am
don't
I?
see
Do I help
submission
them?
like other people judge submission. I
And
don't see it that
I
way.
ain't helping them leave. I'm just ain't no good. But I just ain't worth two
That a
cents.
helpmate, and not a helpmate. You said you're being good to your man. You
Yeah,
doing this and that, and the third, and blah blah blah.
then I thought about it. I don't do nothing. I thought to think about it, but I still treat him like a king. I just ain't cooking. I just thought about it. I ain't worth 2 cents, right? I thought I was a good one, but I change. I take that back. Now that I thought about it.
Mm,
Okay,
no,
okay.
no.
Paul Graves say it's always Egypt, like I said, or Nigeria, like you say. There are 54 countries in the motherland. East Africa is 19 countries, such as Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, Madagascar, and Somalia. But that's what I'm saying. So why am I going to African studies for? Let what if the people were like, and then that's why all these Hotep brothers they always make it seem like Hotep. He's like, no, we don't. Our bloodline is not in freaking Egypt. That's not now. We come up and down that the east West Africa. Our bloodline relies in West Africa. So when we flew from the other side of Africa and we ran up in Egypt in Nigeria before we got captured and brought here. That's why a lot of our bloodline is in West Africa. But our part of Africa, where our bloodline is at, is not there. So why the purpose I'm going to take African studies for when you're only telling me about I don't know. It's too many deities in Egypt. That's why y'all want us to study that. It's too many deities. It's all that stuff that's going on. You see here now, all that's from Egypt. All that want to be illuminated and all that stuff. All that's Egypt. All of that. That one eye, that this, the all of that is Egypt. Too many rituals and all that stuff. That's all Egypt. Come on, let's stop play. Let's play. Let's stop play these games. No, I'm not doing that hickory dickory hocus pocus stuff. No, I'm not. And then Greece sat up there when them Grecians came up all up in Africa and they took over mainly took over Egypt and stole everything out of Egypt, even all them rituals and black magic and all that other stuff. That's all Egypt, please.
Yeah, that's a true fact. There's a
That's
lot of knowledge that comes up out of there. That's why if
and
you
then
study the Dendora Temple, you will
no, I be knowing. I know
definitely
just
know a lot.
enough. I know just enough. I don't, and I know I don't do dates and times because as long as you get the information and you know it, I don't need to know the correct dates and times. All I need
Yeah.
is to know it.
I don't need to know
But
the dates and times either.
but I'm
Just
saying
only for debating sense, but outside of that, I just need the knowledge.
that's what I'm saying. I just need the knowledge. I just like to talk the knowledge. But I don't need to know the dates. I'm like, okay, but you're a year off and year back. Does that mean the act did not happen? The act still happened, right? Does it matter? Does it
Right.
happen on this day and time? No. So why should I be
No.
marked incorrect? Right now, I'm joking.
It's
I'm
hot.
serious, but I'm joking. But I'm like, it happened. I should not. I hate the question. Well, what year did this? I don't give a damn what year it happened. Did this happen?
Yeah, I got the knowledge. The only time that dates and stuff matter to me is when. Oh, what was that? Oh, hold on. Sorry about that, child. That something rolled off of my desk and hit the floor, and I'm like, what was that?
That's some aliens, girl. you been
Girl
you
made
been
me nervous for a
you
hot
been
second. Like,
you the one brought up young Pharaoh. That's some aliens, girl.
girl, listen, I ain't paying young Pharaoh no attention. I still listen. It only took me to watch this guy twice, and I was like, y'all subscribing to this?
yes, ma'am. Yes, they
I'm
do.
like, oh my goodness. Like, y'all got to be shitting. Excuse me, y'all got to be kidding me. Ain't no
You said
way.
it. You said it the
Eh,
right time. You said it right the first time.
I'm like, this, okay. I was like, I guess y'all just need anybody to lead y'all nowadays. I might as well come out with my own YouTube and just get y'all going. At least
Cause
I
I
know I got the correct intentions. Because if y'all following this brother here, something wrong in the water.
that's because our world leaders left us high and dry.
Yeah,
King Pearl
yeah.
Masterpiece, how are you doing?
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for coming in today. We are here with Angel Sugar Love, Boss Lady Mathis, and Brown Girl Bella will be back with us shortly. I am Jada LaRue, and it is nice to meet you all. Thank you for dropping out of the bushes. Back on
What?
topic, I will have to say that I am oddly entertained by the type of people that people choose to follow.
Hmm.
Um, and I mean like hardcore follow. I'll be like, oh, is this what y'all be doing? And I
That's
follow certain
because our
types of
leaders,
spirits,
yeah,
but
our leaders left us with these hotep hustlers,
you say who?
them hotep hustlers, the intellectual, the
I know I
intel.
ain't hear you before that. You said what did what?
Our leaders left us. Once they got the
Oh,
education and college degree, they left us. Instead of coming back and building their communities, we was thirsting for stuff because what we was learning in school wasn't enough. We was thirsty for that information, and they did not come back and share it with us. So when these guys got out of jail, they shared it with us, and they said, "Wow,
mm.
these people do want the information." But they didn't start out
I
coming out.
always
They didn't.
say that.
They
Black
didn't
people
start
have
out
always been looking for a leader. If you can prove that you know a little something, you got them. And every time I look up, at different people, I be like, wait a minute, y'all was listening to this person? So y'all
like
didn't see. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you what's that guy that done been caught cheating on his wife? He be making videos from the car. I don't know
oh
why I
oh
can't
oh
remember his name
Jackson
right now.
Jackson
Yes, Derek Jackson.
Harry Jackson.
Oh man, it only took a few videos for him too. I said, why? Why is this brother in a car every time he talk to us? And it's always parked almost in a different spot all the time. Why is it like there? Different times of days? Because when I called him them couple of days, it was like it's different types of days. I'm like, I watched his video like 2 weeks ago that conflict with this video he making today. So I'm like, what? Is y'all noticing that it's a little contradictory
First
going
of
on?
all, first of all, I tell people now if you're not a Bible thumper, let's not debate. But if you are a Bible thumper, I said, we're not meant to follow anybody. I said, God didn't even want you to follow his own son. That's why he took him home. He said,
Mm.
follow his teachings. So if God took his own son home, so you don't follow nobody, why would you follow a human when he took his own son home? He said, I don't want you. He said, he told you, don't, he said, don't follow nobody.
Mm.
So you ain't got. That's why you wonder why we keep looking for a savior. No, everybody looking for Jesus. God said, "I'm bringing Jesus home. I done told you what to do. When you want to know what to do was in that book. But I don't even want you following my son. Let's come, son, come on home. He didn't have to bring a son home. He could have said, follow him. He could have had him being an old man and had a button. No, he gave you. He said, listen, I gave you all you need in that book. It's up to
Mm.
you if you read that book. But he didn't even want you following his own son. And it's not nowhere in it where he says follow him. It says follow his teachings and what he have taught you. And he didn't really even teach us nothing. He just was basically regurgitating what Abraham did. He was regurgitating what his father wanted us to, what his father was teaching us. Them things that didn't come from him. That came from his father. That came from Moses. That came from Abraham. So
You ain't gonna get me on all this religion today.
no, it's not about religion, but what I'm saying is it's about freedom. It's about having
Yes,
your it's about having your own train of thought. It's about having your own mind. It's about him
I
saying
agree.
he gave us all free. That's about free will.
I
So
speak
I'm
on that.
saying, so
Free
it that
will, dominion. He gave us the kingship. He told us we were gods, and we are as
right,
he is.
right.
It's
So he
plenty of
never.
scriptures about that.
So is the main thing is he didn't. If he didn't want you to follow his own son, why would you
When
follow him?
asked to.
You say what, bro?
I was saying he did not ask her if she wanted to subscribe to that.
Wait,
Wait,
you say what?
yeah.
I was saying she did not ask him if she wanted to subscribe to that kind of boyfriend.
Who are you talking to?
What you talking about?
I'm talking about men who think that it's a luxury and a privilege to just be with someone and allow them to run roughshod over them.
We're gonna give
You
you
know what I
Okay,
mean?
I
we
think
give
I
her her
realized
wine.
what just happened.
We
Wait,
give
I
her wine next time. We give her next.
Ah,
listen. I
ah.
realized what just happened. I didn't know what was going on until she completed her thought. I know what happened with Brown Girl Bella. Brown Girl Bella turned off her camera, got cozy, went to sleep on us, and woke back up where she
Mhm.
thought we left off at. She
That's
thought
why
that's
I
where we
said.
were.
That's
I love
why.
you, Bella.
That's
I'm
why
She
I
goes
just
right
said.
saying,
in that
y'all, leave me
moment.
alone.
That's why I said next time we giving her wine and no liquor. All these Egyptian gods are pagan, exactly, and pagan
Licking is
origin.
quicker though.
Even the fallible is considered a god, but the one and
Oh
only
man.
true God proves that these gods were only worthless and powerless against him. Exactly, written in Exodus. Exactly. But like I said, it's not about religion. It's about certain things that people don't understand that Bible stands for, and that Bible stands for individuality.
Mm. All right, speaking of my
Child,
bedtime, it is 3:24.
It's twelve.
12.
It's
Bella.
12. It's 12:26. Good night.
Oh yeah. I
All
look, I
right.
thought something was going on. I was like, I hope Bella is okay, but we'll keep it rolling until she tell us to stop. And then when she got back on here with that answer, I'm like, what? Huh?
At
What she
least,
say?
at
Oh,
least,
I'm
boss lady coming
tired.
right on time. She
I'm
she better
tired.
she better learn from boss lady. Boss lady coming right on time.
Ah, I cannot.
Yeah.
I cannot with y'all. All right,
Well, thank
guys.
y'all for having me up here. I
Thank you
Guys,
for
enjoyed
it,
being
it
y'all.
was
here.
nice talking to
Bye.
you, Jada.
Yes, same here, Sugar Love. Same here. Now, okay, so let me ask this question real quick.
yes.
Now, Sugar Love is what I believe I'm subscribed to. You said you had another one.
Oh, my
Tony
Tony
I don't even think
T.
T.
it's called Sugar Love. I'm gonna have to look on my YouTube.
It's called Tony T, the other one that she has.
But she know about the fuckery men, so she can do both channels.
Yes.
Okay,
She
there
down
we
with
go.
the good stuff and the fuck. Before we leave, I just want y'all to know my pussy better than yours.
We said we was gonna play that before
My,
we leave. All
my
right.
pussy tighter than yours.
All
I
right, you
just,
know how
I
to
just,
play it, sis. Go ahead.
I just like when she throw that leg up in the air. Oh my god, I was dead.
That leg.
All
First
right,
of
here we
all,
go.
her whole mannerism is hilarious.
You got it. You got
Mhm.
it in there.
Yeah, I got it in here. Go ahead, play it.
My pussy better than
Hey,
hers.
listen,
Lord
listen,
have
listen,
No,
listen.
but
mercy.
you gotta look at how she's dancing. Don't listen to the words, but look how she's dancing. Watch that leg and shit go up. She gonna drop it, baby.
Lord.
Oh my god, I cracked myself up. Remix.
Come on, my pussy better, better in any one of you hoes. My pussy keep a man, bitch. It kept it a long time. My pussy real good. My pussy better than
Hey, hey, hey,
hers. My pussy better than
hey, listen, listen, listen,
hers.
listen. You can make that.
My pussy
It's my
better
part.
than
It's my part. Hey, hey,
hers.
listen. My
My
pussy
pussy
better,
is a
better,
little
better, better. It's
wetter.
wetter,
My pussy
wetter,
is a little.
and it's tighter.
She messing me up, y'all. Hold on, she messing me because I'm laughing at her. I'm laughing at her.
I'm sorry. I'll shut up. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do
Now
your
watch
thing.
that leg. Watch that leg. Watch that leg. Watch that leg. Oh my god, I'm done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell them your pussy's better.
Oh my
I
god! Throw
cannot.
that leg up in the air. I can't.
My
I
pussy
can't. I
better
can't.
than
She
hers.
riding that
Y'all
shit.
is
My
crazy.
pussy better than
When she threw that leg up, I was
hers.
dead.
My pussy better than
Good night,
hers.
brown girl.
My pussy
Good night, y'all.
is a
Good
little
night.
All
Good
right.
night.
I'm gonna
Thank
let her
you all
finish
for
this shit.
joining us for
is a
another
little tighter.
Remix.
episode of
See,
Queendom.
before we even start, we going
Until
into
next
reverse.
time.